evening, everybody. Good evening, Mukbangs and Kian and Andraste and Bambi. Good evening, Oceana, Cookie, Who, Lucas, Lottie. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Happy Tuesday. Oh my God, I am so tired. How is it only Tuesday? How is it? Look, from the future, if you're just waking up and this is your Tuesday morning, good luck, because it's been a whole day. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it, as always. Today, we'll be reacting to Miss Chantal Marie and Miss Amberlynn Reid in their most recent uploads, including I Hate Keto, Honest Talk, Ice Cream Taste Test Vlog, and from Foodie Beauty, my travel expenses as a fat Canadian going to Kuwait. Well, they're both straight to the point, aren't they? Great. Liberace, hello, lovely to see you. The lunar eclipse is peaking right now. Well, I'm peeking out the window and I can't see it. It's also a little bit cloudy, unfortunately, so can't see anything. Sorry. Hi, Jay. Lovely to see you. You're not ready for this Tuesday. My energy. Meerkats, hello, lovely to see you. Kitchen, hello, lovely to see you. Emily, hello. Kim, Whiplash, hello, everybody. Whiplash, what did I tell you? I said, don't be singing the praises of keto when you're only 7 days in. It's a gurney, not a walk down the shops, you know? Anyway, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning if you are coming back. I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost some weight, talks about things on the internet, and watches way too much Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reid. Also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate. Literally here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about choices. Almost. Choices about what we put out in the internet. Words. Choices about what we say. Choices. Choices about the words that come out of our mouths. That's the lines, Zach. Get the lines right. Good time zone, Vampy. Hello. Lovely to see you. Good morning, Sponge. And Cat, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Lottie, big day. Also, yeah, you're an hour ahead. That's right. I forget. Words are hard, Brandon. Always. Always and forever. Now, I know it's not going to be a very popular opinion. Let me tell you about my day. I woke up, I went to the gym. It was chest and arms today, and I have this really weird thing where my body hates me, and I don't know how to use my body. Even after it's like 11 months now? Yeah, about 11 months. 11 months of working with a professional to move my body in a way that is functional. Even then, they're like, okay, great, we're gonna do dumbbell bench press work, and then we're gonna do barbell decline work, and then we're gonna do some shoulders. And legitimately, I have an issue where I put my shoulders into everything. So all of my bench work was all shoulders, and then I got to shoulders, and I just failed miserably. So I ended up having to do arms. That's my story from this morning. It was a good time. But how's this for growth and progress, though? So for some of you who don't know, I have a thing with being touched, but I've booked in for a massage on Thursday. How fun's that? It's like a remedial sports thing, so I don't think there are any, like, hot rocks or niceties about it, but apparently there's a lot wrong with my front, side, and rear delts. Just everything in the shoulder, trap, back, chest region. So this is all going to get poked and prodded until it's broken, and then hopefully come all back together. It's a good time! I'll let you know how it goes! No, not the kitchen, exactly. Not the happy fun times kind of massage. This is the type of we're just gonna break. The reason why, okay, there's lots of reasons why I don't like massages as a concept. Relaxing, we don't know her. All no chill. 100% no chill. But aside from like the interaction that is massages that I don't particularly enjoy, I know I am legitimately held together with knots. Like, stress is a way of life. It is what binds my fibers together. So I feel like if I go in for a massage and they get all those knots out, what's going to hold me together? We'll find out on Thursday, though. I'll keep you updated. Anyway, second unpopular opinion, we're going to start with Ambi. I know, it's no fun but we got to do it because I want to keep track of the narrative, and also we're eating ice cream. I'm a big fan. Oh, also... Oh, thanks, Lottie. That's sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, I watched Ambi today, and I was inspired to go out and get my own carb light ice cream, which I did. There was one on sale, which is always great when you can get a bargain, half price. It was awesome. What was it called? It was called something stupid. It was Jim Bod. Like, this is not the name of an ice cream, but okay. So I got the cookies and cream Jim Bod for an entire, like, half punnet or whatever the sizes are. I don't know, gallon. It was only like 360-ish calories. And then I had some salted caramel, sugar-free Natvia syrup that I add, like, in all types of things, including a heap of Greek yogurt. And I put that on top, and it was real good. So Ambi inspired me today to treat myself to ice cream after a massive day of lifting heavy things. So, carrot butts. I imagine it would make a good breakfast, yes. I was going to get Halo Top, but it was like $8, and Jim Bod was like $5. I was like, oh, well, I'll give that one a shot. Turns out I could add syrup to it and make it taste better, yes. Alright, we're going to start up with Ambi. I got to pin the things. Oh, I forgot to pin the things. Pin the things. Oh, for those of you who are channel members as well, please ensure that you are hanging out over on the Discord and enjoying the fabulous shade and or reading of the one, the only fabulous Pack in the chat, who, along with many others, writes up recaps, and there is there is shade. There is shade, and it's great. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a note. Where's the note? Hold on, I have to wait till the 10-minute mark to read the opening line. One of the notes is, Ambi recommends the Halloween stream so that everyone can see her rage. Nah, I'd rather record and watch my own rage. That was from Pack's perspective. That and many more snarky comments can be enjoyed over on the Discord. Anyway, we're going to get started with Ambi at 1.5 times speed. Absolutely. Pack, just need to find a way to put the notes in the chat. Well, yeah, Pack, the solemn duty often falls to you, I feel. Okay, great. We're going to get started on the YouTube. Hopefully this audio works. Why is my audio so low on that one? Let's see. Have I seen the relapse TikTok? Yes, Jillian, we spoke about it yesterday. As someone who has a problematic relationship with food, I can't imagine having the concept of brevity of mind. Brevity? Clarity. That's the word I'm looking for. The clarity of mind to just, like, turn my camera on. And then to upload it to TikTok as well, which is a whole different barrel of cats. All right, we're going to get started. Okay, Let's go.
Update on my Lego. She's looking good. We just have this little spot we have to complete, which I did show you guys in my live stream. So if you didn't watch my
Back to the globe
Halloween live stream, you should definitely do that.
Just trying to remember the narrative. You know, remember where we were.
So, we had a moment. It was just as Sully from Monsters, Inc. I did not vlog.
No, you went live for 2.5 hours and said some really terrible stuff.
On Halloween at all. I should have, because...
For anyone who needs a covering of that, there's also a reaction to that somewhere down the line. I don't know how many days ago that was.
Personally...
It's like a week ago.
Loved the costume. I had a ton of fun with the makeup.
Oceana, lovely to see you. Thank you so much.
In the past, obviously.
I do love this shirt. It's still getting a little bit chilly here in Brisbane. We had one really hot week and now it's kind of cooled down a bit. I don't know what the weather's doing.
But
different kind of math.
I was reading some comments and I saw one that asked if I got, like, keto farts.
Not 42 seconds in talking about keto farts, Mary.
I didn't even know there was a such thing as that. So the answer is no. I also...
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to sit down and vlog the answer to the keto farts.
I have not been constipated, which is another thing that people say happens.
Don't need to know about your bowel movements.
Feline hasn't either, so...
That's great, thanks. So, Feline, I hope you're okay with Ambi sharing your everything. Cool.
Yeah. It doesn't...
Oh my god, Rarity, you precious angel. Save me.
It happened to everybody. So no farties, no constipations. My poop is actually a little bit looser, TMI, but...
It is TMI. It's TMI, and I need to GTFO. It's terrible. People are waking up, Amber. People are sitting down to have breakfast.
Just a keto experience. You know what I'm saying?
No, Elle, she hasn't quit keto. And, well, she ate a cookie in a TikTok. When you say it in a vacuum without context, she ate a cookie in a TikTok and labeled it relapse something. Anyway, she had a cookie that I don't think was keto. And then we had a big conversation about it. And now in this one, she's eating ice cream, which again is low carb from my understanding. But there's a big talking point kind of towards the end about how keto is just not going to work.
I'm about to have some leftovers.
So you tell me.
I made, which Feline loved. Last night I made spam.
Oh, Lucas, do we need to go back to calling Feline my girlfriend? We can if you'd like. I encourage that, actually. Yes, we'll do that.
Cauliflower fried rice. I should have done a little recipe. You guys, I will be making...
Oh, Nit, there's every chance that Ambi was putting out, like, sympathy content to deflect from the terrible things she was saying about people who were suffering heart attacks. Yes. Yeah.
This again. This is going to be a staple.
Hey, Linda.
This was amazing.
Hi.
Cauliflower, sriracha, soy sauce, eggs, onion, like the whole 9.
Delicious.
By the way, we did end up decorating for Halloween. I never showed it.
What does that say? Napkins. Spoopy.
Totes forgot, but we're actually putting the
Wait, no. The thing behind it says napkins.
Halloween decor away, and Christmas decor is coming out soon, but I think we're going to wait until Vlogmas. Okay, so someone recommended these to me.
God, this shirt, relatable, am I right? I'm bored. Same t-shirt, same. Or dress? Maybe t-shirt? Dress.
The Rebel ice creams, or...
I have never tried Rebel ice cream, as I discussed at the start of this stream. I have tried Jim Bod. I have tried Halo Top. there's another one that we have as well. I don't think it's Rebel. No. They're all varying degrees of fine. Enjoyable as a supplement to an entire liter of connoisseur ice cream, for instance. Specifically the Mountain Mint chocolate brownie fudge thing that I used to inhale twice a week.
Rebel, whatever it may be. It's keto.
Don't think this... Okay.
And all that. So I have 4 flavors. No, 5 flavors. We have salted caramel.
I can't... Okay. First of all, again, this shirt is speaking to me. Second of all, I buy one. I do not have... Okay. I have oftentimes... I speak about this a lot, and I get it. Some people aren't interested in my, speaking on food stuff with Ambi, but it is honestly what pulled me into this universe to begin with. Self-control is a really hard thing. And that mindset that I speak on consistently of if in your mind you failed or you tippy tumbled or you hit a roadblock or you got frustrated and you were just like, no, I'm going to eat this entire thing, or I'll buy this and eat this entire thing. I physically can't imagine having 5 punnets of ice cream sitting in the freezer and not inhaling them in the span of 2 days. It would probably be 2 days. It probably wouldn't be 1 day because I'd be sick after at least 2. But I'd say a solid 2 days. I do not recommend this for anyone. And as a non-professional, please don't take my advice.
Triple chocolate, peanut butter caramel chip, mint chip, and a coffee chip. So I'm going to take a little nibble of each one, okay? And we're going to start with the coffee chip because that one sounds the best to me right now. Yummy things come to those who wait.
4 grams of net carbs per pint. Well, good thing Ambi's not counting net carbs.
For the creamiest ice cream, let your pint soften for at least 5 to 10 minutes. It's been longer than that, so. It smells so good. Looks so good.
Also so weird. Like, a lot of these diet ice creams that we have in Australia, they don't necessarily advertise the carbiness of it. They advertise the proteinness of it, which is always really interesting because literally, everything in the shops is just this many grams of proteins. But we all know this is low calorie. 220. Oh, hold on. Let's do a zoom. Zoom. Oh, sorry, Ambi. That's unfortunate. Zoom and enhance. 220. So what is that? Is a serve half a pint and then a full pint 660? That's a lot for a full pint. I guess it's bigger than the one I had today. So I don't know. That seems like a lot. And even me sitting there being like, okay, great, that's 360 plus the syrup is probably an extra 30 or so. I walked away from eating a half punnet of ice cream being like, that's still 400 calories. Doesn't matter if it's low carb, whatever. It's still 400 calories that I've just gifted myself because I am sore and need something sweet. $6.60 for the whole guy. It is big. It's like a pint. Oh, it's 3 servings per container. So it's... Yeah, $2.20 per third. Got it. Why did I say half? Math is hard.
She's tasty.
Ignore me.
We're going to do mint.
Oh, 100% Capone. Ice cream and cheese are the two things. It's pretty much any form of dairy. Well, yogurt's actually helpful in all of that, but I can't have cheese, I can't have ice cream. So I will just eat the entire thing, and that would be my concern for someone such as Amber, who has presented herself in a very particular way on her YouTube, in that having 5 different types of ice cream just sitting in the freezer, if it were me, they'd be gone in 2 days.
Literally smells amazing.
And, the low carb of it all just is another tick in the box of the brain to say, well, it's low carb. It doesn't have as much fat or sugar as, regular ice cream. You can eat this in the entire day. Still calories.
Oh my god. This one's even better than the coffee one. Peanut butter caramel chip.
See, now we're getting... This is 7 grams of net carbs. So 7 grams of net carbs by 3, 21 grams of net carbs in this entire thing. So if you sat down and chose to eat this entire thing, you could eat no other net carbs if you were aiming for keto, right? Okay, cool.
Thank you to the person who recommended these, because I have been needing something sweet.
I hope they didn't recommend all 5.
Smell good. I feel like I have to smell them first.
Okay, well.
Whoa.
Brandon, it's better than, creamy.
What the heck?
Elsh is eating a spoonful of 5 different types of ice creams to give you the food review that you've been craving.
These are so good. And they're lactose free. This one is triple chocolate.
Uh-huh.
Mmm.
I'm not convinced. I know what all of these diet ice creams taste like, and they're good for a sweet craving, but it's no Dairy Queen.
Triple chocolate might be my number 1 fave. Last but not least, salted caramel.
That's the one I'd smash.
Oh.
I would smash that.
Oh, that smells so creamy and sweet.
That's it?
Yep. These slap. I know I wasn't going to do keto junk, but to prevent myself from a binge...
Mary, you sat here and hauled 5 bags of pork rinds. Don't tell me you're not hauling keto... Hauling? Sure, reviewing keto junk. Go lie somewhere else.
A whole one of these. Which one is the one I want right now?
The one. Okay, so you are eating one entire one. Okay, great. Just so we're on the same page.
I'm gonna have the chocolate.
Okay, work.
This whole pint is only 5 grams of carbs.
No, that's not how that math works. That's 5 grams of carbs per serving, I would imagine.
Net carbs. What?
Yeah, per serving, and it's net.
Update.
And again, just a reminder that probably has 0 grams of fiber in it. So it's still carbohydrates. Please don't argue about keto with me.
Feline just tried all of them with her eyes closed and had to guess which was which. Her favorite is the salted caramel. So I think that might be the one she's going to eat on tonight. But
It sounds like my girlfriend's in the shower or something.
I have literally been craving chocolate like mad. So what was that? The chocolate double. I'm just kidding. That was scary. I'm going to be having some of this triple situation. Oh, many have discovered that eating foods high in healthy fats and low in carbs trains your body to burn fat instead of sugar as an energy source.
Oh my god. Are we honestly taking more diet advice from the back of an ice cream bunnet than a professional? Okay, no, that's fine. Whatever. No, you keep going.
Common benefits people may experience as a low-carb, high-fat diet are weight loss, increased energy, suppressed appetite, and mental clarity.
You are being sold the dream off the back of a punnet of ice cream. Mary.
Love that. Okay. So
Love that.
I
love that.
Honesty hour. Since I started keto/low carb,
Keto queen.
I haven't been
It's a pair of keto queens. Look at that.
perfect. Not gonna
Again, don't say what I did was keto, low carb. I don't need anyone coming for me. It's fine.
lie.
Yeah, why would ice cream ever lie to us, Lottie?
But one thing I can say that I have done, which is something very different than what I've done in the past, I've cooked every meal myself. I told Feline specifically this is something I want to do.
Uh-huh.
So I cook 2 to 3 times a day, and I know that's not big to some people, but for me it is. Coming from the person who would order takeout for every meal.
Yeah, what was it, $3,000 a month or something? Was that the quote?
Or if I wasn't doing takeout, Feline would cook. you know, sure, I would help her. For a couple weeks now, I've done all the cooking of the things that I eat. There has been 2 meals that Feline has made. You guys actually saw one on live stream, which was a steak salad.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was before the heart attack thing.
Which I came up with one night, and then she ended up following my lead and making it for herself, and then we kind of like fell in love. But she made me a steak salad. And then just tonight, the reason why I'm bringing this up, she cooked for me again, which is the second time in a couple weeks, which is so crazy. All by my choosing. You know, I need to do this myself. I need to. Also, I already know what's going to be said, so let me clarify before
She's trying to gaslight you.
the rumor
Just roll with it.
her meal starts and I'm called a liar again. In a recent video, I tried Feline's cabbage, and in the video I said how she made it, and I'm going to try it. It's because, like I said, I've been cooking all my meals. She's been cooking her own meals, and she made the cabbage for herself. That's why I was just going to try it.
Oh my god, who cares? Mary, could you just imagine, again, she doesn't have a chat to react to. She's just talking to the camera. Imagine being so aware, just so aware of the bullshit that you're talking about, that you have to, like, edit in the specifics about, no, you guys, I know you saw wifey cooking before, but it wasn't for me, it was for her, and I was just, imagine, just, God, who cares? Who cares?
Because if she did cook for us, then I wouldn't have said, oh, I'm just going to try it. The fact that I even have to clarify that is silly.
The fact that you did it without any, like, without any catalyst, it just came to mind. You were like, wait, there was that one time that I had my girlfriend cooking that cabbage, and I said I wanted to try some, and now I'm going to have to clarify that because the haters are going to come for me. Gal, who cares?
But
Congratulations, you've cooked for yourself. It's great.
I just know, I feel like I know where people are going to go with that. So, yeah, I did try a bite of her food here and there, and she tries a bite of mine as well. But it's just me cooking for myself. It just makes me feel so much better. I need to teach myself how to cook more. I just can't rely on takeout. But tonight...
Is that the reason why she's cooking steak and not chicken? Does she not know? Like, maybe she's not comfortable cooking chicken. But she always used to get chicken tenders. How did she used to cook chicken? Oh, it was always sausage form, wasn't it? I'm sure she cooked chicken tenders in some way. Maybe that was Becky.
She made these like chicken sausages I've never had before, and she made them in a very different way than I've ever had, and so good. Loved it. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, the very reason why she did that was because I wanted to binge. I didn't want to cook. I just, for some reason, it felt so overwhelming to me to even just stand in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, with all of this being said, where was my girlfriend during the cookie TikTok? What was happening there? Where was that support network? Hopefully they weren't at home, because that would actually infuriate me.
And that was my day. Just fighting off the urge to, like, order takeout or binge or whatever it may be.
Okay.
And this is the first day that I've felt really just, like, defeated. Like, I want to quit.
Okay, so Lottie may have, after the keto cookie incident, Lottie may have looked into the crystal ball, you know, and highly predicted, potentially not a highly requested piece of content, but highly predicted that there would be a what I eat off track situation type of deal in the pipeline coming down the chute at some point in the coming days. I mean, agreed. Agreed, Linda. How good is Lottie? Let's not do that now.
Keto, low carb, and hop onto a...
Okay, Elle's going to go on a rant to distract us. Elle would like to say, can I go to meat rant for a moment? Pre-cooked bacon sounds disgusting. I agree. I don't even know if you can get pre-cooked bacon here in Australia, if that helps. Hey, Tweety, good to see you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure pre-cooked bacon... What's even weirder, I understand the premise of pre-cooked bacon, like, being cold in the fridge that you then, like, reheat, kind of makes sense. The fact that Ambi has showed us pre-cooked bacon that comes in, like, boxes that looks like it's just, like, dry goods sitting on a shelf somewhere, what do you even do with that? How does that work? That's witchcraft. I don't get it. Okay, Almo has said pre-cooked bacon is amazing. Almo, if you could, like, describe it for us. It's so quick to cook. Yeah, but I mean, half the fun in cooking bacon is the ability to, like, cook it right. Because you got to get it perfect. You got to get it's a challenge. Got to get the heat right. Got to get the timing right. It's not really that hard, but I just can't imagine like opening a box like you would have, I don't know, pasta and just these sad, like it's almost like bacon jerky, you know?
Other lifestyle change or diet, because I have been doing every single meal myself, and I know that's such a normal thing for people.
Pre-cooked bacon, like bacon bits? No, but they're like actual rashers of bacon. Oven bacon's the only way. Well, I mean, some of us don't have ovens, and some of us have, you know, frying pans and air fryers to contend with, but I love the energy.
It's such a normal task that I just today felt like I couldn't do, and you know, I'm just so grateful for her, because if it wasn't for her, then I literally would have messed up everything. It's been freeing and satisfying, and I don't know, it's just been really nice.
Air fry bacon is bomb, confirmed by Kitchen Mum.
Making meals myself and doing it myself every single day, and the mixture of like fixing my medicine and working on my depression and my bipolar, my anxiety, and binge.
Bloody, I think you might have been right.
Just keto is a completely different way of life, and some other things are going on in my life, and like
twisty spirals of bacon in the oven. That does sound good, Mimi.
My medicals that have been so crazy lately, and just I don't know, I think it's finally starting to really take a toll a little bit. I'm kind of running low on my energy bar, and
Jill, do the thing if you cook it in a fry pan, take it out and use the oil in there to mix in with like eggs. That way you get like bacony flavored eggs. I'm sure a lot of you, I'm sure some of you don't, sorry, because not everybody eats bacon. I get that, but also delicious, so good.
I don't know what to do about it besides focus in on my feelings, wait for my next psychologist appointment, and write it out, journal it out.
Elle, have you heard about the miracle of air fryers though?
But normally these emotions I keep to myself, but I wanted to share them with you guys. I'm kind of in a weird stage with keto. I like don't want to do it anymore, and that's just like where my head's at right now.
Morning, sister.
Just me being honest.
She's struggling with the keto at the minute, so a day or two, we think there's probably going to be an off track situation type of deal for sure. But also we got that cookie relapse, so spoilers.
And open. I don't know, that's just kind of where I'm at. I just feel more swollen, which I thought was going to be the opposite. Like I look so swollen. I feel like I'm eating more sodium than usual. Maybe it's in my head. I don't know.
Maybe you should track these things. If you're tracking carbs, track the other macro and micronutrients. That would give you some answer.
Justifying pork rinds, because if I ever feel it.
Also, the thing is, like, I also kind of understand the argument of Ambi being like numbers focused and that kind of triggering things for her. I get that, but she has legitimately a very caring, well, apart from the cookie relapse, we don't know where my girlfriend was during all of that, but a very caring individual who is in the home, clearly invested in Ambi's well-being. So just ask my girlfriend to count for you. That way you don't need to count. And maybe that way they can say, like, yeah, maybe you are feeling bloated because you did eat 300 milligrams of salt yesterday. Maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. I just don't know. But not counting things is not the way to go about trying to investigate what is or is not working, I don't think. There's a solution to every problem.
Urge to binge, I turn to pork rinds, but then I like...
Oh, Pac, sorry. Pac's asking me to read. Which part do you want? Hold on, I gotta lean over. She made spam cauliflower rice. Whoever recommended keto-friendly ice cream, Rebel brand. I hope you get compensated. She doesn't know if she's eating more sodium than usual. Those 4 bags of pork rinds might have had something to say. You're not wrong, Pac.
Or eat on them a little bit, and I don't know. I think I need to talk more to my psychologist about...
See, Kitchen says I measure for my diabetic hubby. See, and I remember when Good Pete and I were talking about like changing the way we eat and changing the way we view food. I was very fortunate because I had a very supportive bestie. But when we were talking about it, I had to, you know, much like Ambi that time she tried to shade Becky about her not knowing nutrition. Like Pete and I had to learn as we went. So, you know, when we were talking about like a cup of rice, for instance, that was a big talking point because it was like, do you measure the cup of rice before you before you cook it, or do you measure it after you cook it when you're tracking it? Do you measure it, like, do you weigh it out raw and count that if you're eating the entire thing, or do you measure it out after it's cooked? So, like, lots of little interesting things like that. And I feel like, as supportive as my girlfriend is during all of this, it just seems like Ambi, in all of these complaints, has the ability of someone in their life who could potentially offer even more support. And I'm not saying that that's their role or their responsibility or anything like that, but, like, dear Amber, your internet audience is never going to be able to provide you the level of support that you actually need. The real people in your life have a much better chance of being able to do that, including my girlfriend.
Keto, low carb, lipedema versus like my recovery and binge eating. Keto so restrictive,
Grateful.
It's only triggering me, so I'm trying to.
Good to see you, mate.
Figure it out.
Hello.
Two professionals telling me to do two completely different things.
Oh, this is the interesting part.
I need to talk more to my psychologist about keto, low carb, lipedema versus like my recovery and binge eating. Keto so restrictive.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I need to actually take a little bit of a step back.
Because if I ever feel the urge to binge, I turn to pork rinds, but then I like overeat on them a little bit, and I don't know.
Okay, so she's confirming everybody's concern of buying 5 bags of pork rinds at a time, possibly not a good deal. Again, I will only speak on, like, my experience with relationships with food in this, and that is, if it's in the house, it was going in my pie hole at some point. There were some days where I was frustratingly hungry, and I had to learn to navigate whether or not it was hunger or whether or not it was anger, frustration, sadness, boredom, a myriad of other emotional triggers that would mean putting food into my face. If you have it in the household, you're more likely to eat it at the end of the day. And I think that Ambi's access to food delivery services probably hasn't helped the situation, because we kind of saw in Ambi's journey the 3 a.m. Walmart trips, the midnight treks to McDonald's, and all of that's kind of been replaced with things that are delivered. Now, great that she's cooking at home, awesome, but also less great that you admittedly have all of this junky stuff in the house, being things like pork rinds and ice cream, that you're more likely to kind of depend on instead of, I don't know, other options. I mean, again, I'm not a professional, but I always had, down, guaranteed, there was always a pre-cooked chicken breast in my fridge. Whenever I cooked a chicken breast, I'd do 2. I'd put 1 away for dinner, and I'd have 1 for lunch. And then if I needed an extra, there was always an extra. There was always a prepared source of, like, low-fat or lean protein that I could just, like, access, because otherwise it would have been something like pork rinds, and I'm glad it wasn't.
I think I need to talk more to my psychologist about keto, low carb, lipedema versus like my recovery and binge eating.
Hey, Lily.
Keto so restrictive, and it's only triggering me, so I'm trying to figure it out. I have 2 professionals telling me to do 2 completely different things.
Okay, why are you not putting these professionals into contact with one another, and why are you not presenting the advice given by one professional to the other professional? I don't understand. I thought the psychologist and the... Oh, what was the other one? The therapist? Psychologist? Well, no, she's only just recently started seeing the lipedema specialist. So, sorry, when you started speaking to the lipedema specialist, was there no option to, like, I don't know, just get everyone talking? Is that not an option? This is weird.
That's frustrating. So I think for my next lipedema appointment, I want to bring in the topic of my psychologist. And
yeah, why have you picked up a diet from the lipedema specialist without any consideration for the mentals of it all? That's weird.
See what she has to say.
Yeah, it's a team effort, mentals and physicals.
I want to hear opinions from both of them as like an opposite opinion. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just want them to know about each other more so we can find like a common ground, because it's like I can't do keto if I'm going to binge, and I can't be successful with my eating disorder if I'm just triggered to binge all the time. So
Okay, this is all sounding a lot like a word salad bar, and we're getting to the point of let me line up my excuses so next week I can do a what I ate off track.
On
Because if you're new here for Ambi content, we may have heard these exact words about 20 times before.
From both of them as like an opposite opinion. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just want them to know about each other more so we can find like a common
Oh, that's true, Lucas. I never even thought of that. That's very true.
ground, because it's like I can't do keto if I'm going to binge, and I can't be successful with my eating disorder if I'm just triggered to binge all the time. So we need to figure this out as a team, because I'm willing to put in the work. I'm trying my hardest. But right now I'm just feeling defeated. And I know that's like normal. That happens to everybody, but it's overwhelming for me right now, truly.
And that's it. That's the end. That's the end of today's content from Ambi. There you go. Lucas made a really good point, though. So Lucas had said, sometimes restrictions isn't for everyone, though. 100% agreed, yes. Learning to eat healthy is normally very unique to the person. Maybe having the pork rinds in the house will prevent her from ordering food. I mean, potentially. I could see the logic of that. There's just so many layers. People are like onions, you know? There's just so many layers, and I think that's why it's unique to the person, right? And that's why it kind of is a little bit mind-blowing to take the lipedema specialist's advice wholeheartedly without speaking to the mental health care professional to make sure that things work, because again, just jumping on like the one person's advice when you've got all of this like backlog of other concerns, it doesn't seem to point to necessarily a successful outcome. And again, for me, I'd be concerned about having 5 bags of pork rinds in the house. It's just a lot. Because guaranteed, if I'd have had like one bad night, I'd been like, yeah, no, I can unconsciously just eat 2 of those. That's fine. But again, we are all different people. So, all right. So we are going to, big fan of the whole food diet. Whole foods diet as well. Pork rinds are a little bit processed. They do technically come from animals. All right, we're going to get into Foodie's latest upload entitled My Travel Experience as a Fat Canadian Going to Kuwait. It's currently at, how many thousand? 17? Nailed it. 17,000 views. All right.
I just wanted...
Oop, hang on. Don't. Everyone, calm down. 1.25. All right, get the thing on the screen. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go. Yeah, but Lily, see, you gotta, for me, I know the self-control is definitely a thing. It's like a muscle, right? You have to practice it consistently. But, it's like going to the gym, right? You can pick up a 5 kilogram dumbbell and that's absolutely fine. And you can, okay, bad analogy. Okay. Say you can squat 100 kilos, right? And that's great. But that's because you've squatted, 20 kilos, 40 kilos, 60 kilos. There's been incremental amounts of stress on that muscle. Whereas if we were to view fortitude or willpower as a similar situation, I don't think going from no pork rinds to 5 bags of pork rinds is necessarily you're going to injure yourself if you put that into bad at analogies. Very bad. Okay, anyway.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Okay, first things first. I'm the realist. And are we in a hotel room, or is this the honeymoon abode? Is this the creamy residence? Because I think this is just a hotel room, right? Right?
Today's video is just going to be me, and of course some Caesar juice, which is my favorite orange and carrot juice from...
Has... the marital home. Stop it. Also, has anyone ever seen Chantel drink this juice before? Is this an on-brand juice? Is this an on-brand juice? Someone said you can see something in the screen. All right, well, zoom and enhance. Hello, Foodie. Lovely to see you. I don't know what y'all can see. Hold on, let me get the big screen out. Where's my glasses? Hold on, let me get my blue light glasses that are totally going to help in this situation. They're not going to help whatsoever. What are you even talking about? Yes, progressively overload sodiums, Lottie. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you for putting the phrase. It's a bed. I mean, yeah, it looks like a bed to me. It looks like a bed. It kind of looks like Chantel's laying down. It's the new favourite juice from the Bridging Visa blog. Is it? I thought, no, her new favourite was the lime or lemon and mint thing she got from that juice shop. That's a different juice. No, that's a TV. Okay, Lucas, I see you. Alright, that's a TV. I kind of see, because it kind of, hold on, let me get the, okay, so I'm just going to draw a map here. This is Foodie's feet, and this is Foodie's leg, and this is the butt into the back, and then there's this head, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's not Foodie. Maybe that is someone. That doesn't look like Foodie. The more I stare at this, the more that kind of looks like a human. Not saying Foodie's not a human, but like a human like snuggled up against the bedboard with their feet on the bed. Do you all see it? No, those are pillows. Are they pillows? I mean, I think it could be either or. God. Chat, just so you know, I don't care. It's fine. It could legitimately be anything. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Brody's talking. We gotta go back.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is just going to be me.
It's the llama. She bought Christopher.
And of course some Caesar juice, which is my favorite orange and carrot juice from here. It's so good.
I walked it back immediately. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. All right. Need a beverage while I'm going to talk because I'm going to be talking in this video. It's a sit down and talk video.
It's a pile of frogs. She made all of the friends. Possibly that pack, yes.
I want to do a series of videos where I'm just talking about things that I know you guys would want to know about, specifically pertaining to this travel journey.
There are burbs outside. Show me the burbs.
Because I do see a lot.
I can hear them.
A lot of comments, people wondering.
I'm sorry, where are you seeing these people wondering, ma'am? Your comments have been off for like a month. Are people contacting you on Instagram? Lies and slander. Nobody is talking to you. The only interaction you actually have with your YouTube audience at the moment is, funnily enough, via compilation, clip, and reaction channels. Like, you don't... Who are you interacting with? Apart from maybe the Three Stooges via WhatsApp. And definitely not anyone else.
Being my size, as big as I am, how did you travel to the Middle East?
Oh, I know. She got on a plane. What do I win?
Especially to one of the hottest places on the planet, Kuwait. If you've watched my...
Do you think she's trying to show us something, Ham Hat? I don't know what it is. What do you think it is? I think it's that nice TV in the background there. Yeah.
Channel, you've been with me for a while. You've seen my past videos. You've seen...
It's definitely I don't know what else she could be trying to shove into everybody's face. I think it's just the TV. What are you talking about?
My life up until now. So, especially somebody like me, it's very shocking.
Oh, she's waving at us. Oh! Hi.
For someone like me to do something like that. I just want to say that I think this is a lesson that I don't think that people really understand that...
Okay. I'm not going to lie, chat. At some point in the future, I'm probably going to have to pull the transcript of this video just to read it over. Because there's a lot of words that do not need to be being said right now in the first minute.
What people show you online is just what they show you online. I don't think that people really understand fully everything that's going on inside of me. And you're not meant to. These are things that I keep personal in my life. And I have shared a lot of things with you guys, yes. I have.
Too much, some would argue. Yes, too much.
Been very, very open.
Too open.
Be open to what I feel comfortable with being open with. So anyway, my point with all that was...
Okay.
I think that people don't really fully know me. They don't really know...
Lies. Lies and slander. Your YouTube audience who have watched you for like 6 hour minimum a day for 2 years knows you pretty well.
Know that I have this sense of burning desire to just...
There's a joke in there and I'm biting my tongue.
Sometimes experience life in a way I never thought that I would ever do it. And that's how I like to live my life, kind of spontaneous.
Guys, it's such a nice, look at that TV. What a nice looking screen. That is a TV right there. I'm impressed by that TV. Such a nice TV.
Honestly, just crazy life. I love it. I love having a crazy life. All right. So this part 1 or episode 1 is going to be talking about my experience with the actual
yes. Add impulsive into that, L. Yes, 100%.
traveling as an obese person or overweight person, and anything from how I handled the heat, the seats, and just all of the extra activity. Basically, again.
Okay, we know how all of this works. Don't let Chantal gaslight you into misremembering that she refused to take 2 flights of stairs to pick up a bag of Uber Eats daily. Okay, Chantal, sure. No, your adventurous and invigorating spirit is just, it's very apparent and has been once again for years.
And if you're kind of new here,
so much so that like parking at any place in a car park apart from on like the fire lane is just not an option.
Or just a reminder, I'm a person who has come from a very sedentary lifestyle. I'm from Canada, and I...
Don't go blaming Canada on your sedentary lifestyle, Miss Ma'am. You chose to literally drive everywhere. You know what you could have done? You could have taken like any of your own advice in the past, being like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym that's in my like unit complex. I'm gonna go walk around that like sports oval that's just down the road. I'm gonna go swim. I'm gonna go walk in the park. Like, you said so much, and yet did truly so little. It's almost impressive. No, Mary, get out of town. Just because you're on the other side of the planet at the minute doesn't mean you're, again, highly energized and invigorated to just do all of the things. I will believe it when I see it. And she has a note here saying I was basically a huge mess. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I mean, I watched all the live streams. I won't disagree. Oh, one. Yes. No. Just as a reminder for everyone as well, Chantal does have 2 tattoos. One of them is on her chest, which is 2 faces making out with like a tribal design around them. And the second one is on her wrist, and it says fries, just so you know.
I'm not a person
Hey, Foxy.
who loves the heat. I'm not a person who loves activity and all of those things that I have to do here. But I am a person who does love to challenge myself when I feel the time is right. I have done that in my past, and I'll get into that now.
Okay, great. We're just gonna rewrite history. All right. I hope everyone's got their erasers.
So just
which we call rubbers in Australia, which makes people laugh sometimes.
a bit of a history with flying. I know that flying fat is a huge topic.
Yeah, you tried to do it when you did the Cuba thing. We watched that too. I wonder if that piece of content's still up.
For people who are overweight, it's a big anxiety. Traveling when you're overweight, doing anything when you're excessively overweight is extremely difficult for a lot of people, including myself. And it makes traveling extra difficult, of course. I first went on an airplane when I was 10, and I was a pretty chubby kid, but I don't really remember the experience.
I hope you're all truly ready for Chantal's entire history of air travel. Get ready. Meep's just, hello, thank you for the super chat, mate. I appreciate it. Also, you have sent me a message, and I need to get back to you. Meep says she does fancy herself the modern day Jean Beret. That reference is going over my head. Please hold. Please hold. Jean Beret? Jean Beret. Fabulous surname. Was a member of Louis-Antoine de Bougainville's expedition on the ships La Boudeuse and Etoile in 1766 to 1769. Beret is recognized as the first woman to have completed a voyage of circumnavigation of the globe, which she did via maritime transport. I had absolutely no idea, Meep. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for educating me. I appreciate it. I learned something new today. Pronunciation is hard. Look, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good at this. That's a very smart reference, and one that went way over my head, and far more interesting than whatever Chantal's gonna tell us about. So thank you, Meep. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Other than just my ears being blocked and my mom giving me chewing gum and insisting, chew gum, your ears won't pop. Sorry, I talk
It's a great reference. Everyone's going to leave the chat knowing something a little bit more, if they didn't know it already.
a lot with my hands, I know. I'm very, very happy, and I really love this Arabian gold. Just putting that out there. Yes, I'm showing off my ring.
Oh, sorry, I was entirely distracted by the screen hanging on the wall. Sorry, do you have a ring?
I was 10, and we were going to Florida to visit my grandfather, who resides in Florida. And that's all I remember about the flight. I wasn't terribly nervous.
Is this a new piece of jewelry? Did I miss something?
Now, fast forward to about 2001, I had traveled around Canada in a program called KUWAIT, which was funded by the Canadian government.
That's Prime Minister Trudeau up there.
At the time, they would pay for youth to get out of their house and experience Canada, do something different, do some volunteer work. So I would volunteer 40 hours a week, actually, in KUWAIT. And I remember...
Your KUWAIT stories are not as bright and shiny as what you are presenting them here. Has she gotten rid of them too? I'm trying to find... So I'm pretty sure she called the piece of content Flying Fat for the Cuba trip, and I'm pretty sure she's gotten rid of it. Why would you get rid of that? That was minimal. Let's see if KUWAIT is still here. KUWAIT. I remember reacting to that and mispronouncing that entirely. Katima? No, looks like KUWAIT story times have also been entirely blitzed from the channel. Wow, there you go. All of these things just gone, and only us to remember. Oh, and the internet, because it never forgets.
Purposely pushing myself to do this. No one in my family believed that I would go for 7 months, travel around Canada as a 17-year-old alone. I was homesick at first. I do have some series.
You weren't alone. There were a group of you, and you were supervised. And you made bread and got very upset that you had to put the bunk beds together. Oh, good. The memories are still there.
on my channel and some videos, but that was the second time I had to use an airplane a couple of times, and it was a small plane. I remember that.
Only there were an archive somewhere with a spreadsheet.
I was 200 pounds, I think approximately 200 pounds at the time. Now, I don't remember feeling much anxiety about flying or about the seatbelt or anything like that. 200 pounds is still not terribly super obese to the point where you won't fit on a plane, or you fear that you won't fit in public transportation. And actually, that brings me to my point where you don't actually worry about fitting anywhere until it actually...
Yeah, I mean, if you need a little bit of reference for the KUWAIT storylines, I mean, I'm pretty sure on my channel, just type in KUWAIT and there's streams that you can go and watch. She's blitzed her content, so actually there'll be clip shows out there about it. It's fine. Don't even need to watch my stupid face. It's great.
Actually happens, that dreadful, embarrassing moment. Sorry, I need some juice. The juice and the pickles here, top notch.
Is it worth the squeeze?
So over...
She didn't have to squeeze it, but it was worth the squeeze.
For the years, my weight increased over the years, and it got to the weight that it was, which was very excessive, especially for health and everything else like that. You guys know I'm a person who's all about body positivity, loving who you are regardless of your shape, size, whatever.
Oh no, are we back on body positivity? Is that what is encompassing in this arc? Oh, okay. Foodie's had an interesting history with the body positivity conversation. It's, complicated. It's complicated.
But when it comes to damaging your health, that's a bit of a different issue for me. But regardless, I do still think that people, while they're dealing with their health issues, have a right to be comfortable and happy traveling and living life.
Sure.
And not feeling like a complete outcast. But
she is hitting a lot of the talking points, Jack. You're not wrong.
So I did travel to Cuba. That was the first trip.
Which bit about Dee Dee do we want to recall? I mean, none of it, personally. But yeah, she's said some pretty heinous stuff about multiple people. Multiple people, specifically their size and their bodies and everything. Yes, no, she's terrible. She's terrible. Yes.
In April, where I was feeling some anxiety. Okay, I'm going to say I was as terrified as I've probably been thinking about a flight. I'm so glad that we padded this vlog to 16 minutes talking about every time we've stepped on a plane instead of what's actually in the title. It's great. In preparation, I would obsessively just look for seats that, you know, maybe a window seat, maybe at the back, no one will sit beside me. I was hoping, you know, am I gonna have to buy 2 seats? Just all these anxieties were flooding in my brain. I'm getting at people were, you need 2 seats, you need 2 seats.
Yeah, Elle, it is disappointing that there's an entire list that Foodie is a terrible person. Yes, she can't get rid of that. We lived through all of those experiences.
Don't put yourself on.
Maybe I didn't talk about these anxieties at the time. What? Okay, what are you talking about? Let me focus on something that's not the screen, because it's very distracting back there.
You know, I would, in preparation, I would like obsessively just look for seats that, you know, maybe a window seat, maybe at the back, no one will sit beside me. I was hoping, you know, am I gonna have to buy 2 seats? Just all these anxieties were flooding in my brain. I'm getting at people were, you need 2 seats, you need 2 seats. Don't put yourself on someone else. Don't take up space. Don't take up space. No, I'm gonna tell you, never be afraid to take up space. Take up space, all right? Enough. However,
okay, in the context that Foodie's talking about being flight travel, again, I will only speak for myself. I'm a big dude, and I was bigger. And if I had traveled at my biggest, I would have felt very, 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 very uncomfortable sitting that tightly packed next to somebody. And it probably, actually at my biggest, if I'd been traveling, I probably would have, knowing, I don't know if you all have heard of a airline called Jetstar by any chance. Teeny tiny little chairs. I certainly would have been far more comfortable with 2 seats. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we've had this conversation a million times, specifically around the Cuba chat. It's fine. It is what it is. And if you can afford the comfort, then you should splurge on the comfort. But if you're going to make a 12-hour flight unbearably uncomfortable for both yourself and another person, then maybe you need to consider access to resources, etc.
When I got on the plane for Cuba, the Sunwing plane, I did do a video on that, but it was just, that was my first experience. I think that
it's like when I used to catch the bus when I was at my heaviest. I would never sit down, ever, because it would make the second chair uncomfortable for people. Like, I'm a big dude. Like, I'd make the second chair uncomfortable. I don't want that. I don't want to have to, like, awkwardly have someone, like, half perched on the side of the chair while I'm taking up too much space. No, I'll stand up. That's fine. I can do that. I can stand up.
Broke the ice for me, and I kind of expected all economy seats to be kind of similar standard size. Now, I'm an apple shape, so from the side, I'm more larger than wide like this. I don't have very wide hips, so I carry most of my weight in my abdomen. Therefore, I was able to fit in the seat all right. It was a little snug, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't digging in. However, I did need a seatbelt extender because the seatbelt was like coming like this. You know, I needed that extra space. So I had the seatbelt extender, and they were very nice. I just asked the flight attendant. Now, those are things that if you are embarrassed to do, because people did look at me, like literally.
Lottie confirms Jetstar and Tiger Air are not made for adults.
Plane
they are not. They are very, very tiny chairs.
Was like already filling up, and the stewardess was kind of like busy.
Like even at my even at my smallest, when I was flying, I'm all like elbows just uncomfortably close. No.
A little bit, and I had to just
I will pay the extra $79 Australian and get a second like seat for comfort.
Kind of like say, hey, can I have a seatbelt extender? And everyone watched me ask her, like everyone. So, and that to me, honestly, I guess I'm just lucky.
What is interesting as well, because we did watch a recent piece of content where Foodie was talking about measurements, right? We did that in the retro yesterday, and she said she was 61 inches and 65 inches or 63 inches or whatever. I mean, anybody who's actually interested in the capacity and sizes, I don't care about this conversation. I just think that Foodie being the one who, you know, just flexed on everybody saying, I make 5 figures a month because of my messy lifestyle, didn't want to shell out for an additional seat and wanted to take the gamble to make someone else's travel a lot more uncomfortable. Okay. I mean, speaks a lot to her.
I just don't place. I've learned over the years, I guess it's taken a bit of mental work, I guess, but I've just always just never really cared too much about what people think about me in public. You guys know
Thanks,
that.
Lucas.
So luckily for me, I was like, hey, like I'm the kind of person, let's just put it this way. I'm the kind of person that's like, no matter who I am, what size I am, what I look like, it's like, I will go anywhere in the world and be like, hey, here I am. This is how I am. You know, I'm not going to apologize for it. So that's
fine. And a reminder, chat, like, I don't care. Like, however Foodie looks and presents and the physicality, I honestly don't care. But this conversation about taking up space, I think, tiptoes on the idea that everybody is allowed to take up space, which as a phrase and a concept is correct, right? Like, you out there deserve to be there, to exist. But tacking that phrase onto you deserve to make other people uncomfortable, that's the major talking point in all of this. And it was back in the Cuba conversation, and it will remain to be that in all air travel conversation that Foodie wishes to present.
That's how I dealt with the Sunwing situation. Now for this trip, specifically I flew with Qatar Airlines. I heard that it was a bit more comfortable. Maybe the seats were a bit larger. So I just figure, you know what, I'll just ask for a seatbelt extender. It's a longer flight, but I thought, hey, I can do this. So I just have the attitude, I can do this, you can do this, you're going to do this, and I just do it. I don't know, I just do it. And maybe a part of it is just I'm kind of a bit of an adrenaline junkie a little bit.
That phrase, I don't necessarily think applies to you, Foodie. Maybe, again, I'm not a professional, but maybe in a way that a mental health care professional might discuss putting yourself into risky and dangerous situations consistently qualifies as an adrenaline junkie, but I don't think those two are the same thing. But okay.
Where in a sense where I like to push myself, and I find that even more now. I'm loving pushing myself even more. So what I have to say about the trip.
Yeah, again, pushing yourself and putting yourself into dangerous situations are two different things. Remember walking by the docks at like midnight? I sure as heck do.
When I got to the Montreal airport, the walking wasn't too bad. It wasn't too far. I had to walk to the check-in with Qatar Airlines in the Montreal airport. Now, leaving Canada was where all of the I need
oh no, honey, are you okay?
to walk everywhere happens. And
reckless, that's the word. Good word.
And things just get more harder. And
also, like, I still need to know what's happening with the luxury villa. What's happening with the villa? What's happening with the bills? What's happening with the Kia? What's happening with everything over in Canada land? Well, Foodie land, but that's the Canadian variant of Canada. What's happening about all those things over there? Is everything getting paid? Who knows? I hope the bills are getting paid. Pete's might get a little uncomfortable.
Hotter as I travel. So I got on the plane and my seat was like way at the back. And I heard someone say the stewardess say like, we have a full plane. So I kind of like looked at the seat beside me and I thought, oh no, 12 hours with somebody that I don't know and like maybe a strange person. I don't know. So, but I knew it was a possibility. So, but I had a window seat. That was the best thing for me.
I don't understand. You know what, Foodie? You would just, honestly, coming from a newer viewer, I would imagine literally no one would care. And even in the current ecosystem, nobody would care if Foodie just said, I bought 2 seats. Nobody would care. Why are we even talking about the seat? Why are we talking, oh, well, I fit, I wasn't splayed over, oh, they said it was full, oh, it turned out to not be full, fortunately the person next to me didn't show up. Who cares? I think people would think that you were more considerate if you just said, yeah, I bought 2 seats. Why do we have to have this conversation? It's not fooling anybody, and no one cares.
I love looking out the window. And of course, right at the back near the lavatory, because I want to avoid just having to walk down long aisles through people.
This is smart, though. Like, if you're a person who does need to use the facilities consistently, getting a spot near the back of the plane, that's smart.
Maybe that is a little bit of an...
She needs money, Zach. Okay, well, Elle, you make a strong point.
Security, I don't know. But yeah. The lavatory, you're all wondering about the lavatory in the planes. It's actually big enough.
We're all wondering, who are these people wondering? Who cares? When Foodie got to Kuwait, everyone was like, well, she made a 12-hour flight. There you go. Turns out the Cuba flight was not the worst. But again, if you recall post-Cuba flight, a lot of the conversations were Chantal not being able to use the toilet. Why are we talking about this? Not being able to use the facilities for the entire length of the trip. That was her talking point. That was, like, she was the one who talked about it. Look, you use the toilet, you don't use the toilet. Whatever, that's on you.
Like,
that's good, but I don't understand why we're on YouTube talking about toilet business.
the door, I thought the door was only this big, but it's actually, there's 2 doors like that, and they fold in half. So you take the door, and you just open it, and it folds open, and then you close it behind you. And actually
I don't know if there's a way to tell if she's still married, Mary. Sorry, I can't. There's a screen that's very distracting in the back there.
lavatories in the Qatar Airlines bathrooms are actually really nice. They have...
We went so far as to take a photo of... Oh no, we've taken this from someone's site. blog.malaysia-asia.my. Shout out to them. Okay. I'm almost grateful that you didn't take a photo of the facilities as proof, Foodie, but for some reason you've decided to include it in this vlog. I don't know, mate. Seems weird, but okay.
Like eau de toilette and everything.
Not a photo. Also, not a photo that isn't hers.
They had like everything, and there was enough room. It was a little snug, but I actually had enough room to like stand up and move around and wash my hands and everything. So I was like, yes, okay. So that was good. I did actually get to check out the bathroom, because that, honestly, airplane bathrooms, this is again just one...
You need to introduce full stops into your sentences, ma'am, because this is too many words.
I think if you're a bigger person, you'll understand. Airplane bathrooms are so tiny that, yeah, it
not every piece of punctuation needs to be a comma. Please.
Freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, what if I get stuck? Or I don't know. It's just like all these irrational thoughts just poured into my brain. So, but because I was at the back near the lavatory, I actually got to talk to a lot of nice people, because...
Still staring in that reflection. That screen.
I actually made friends with a nice Iranian woman, and she was waiting to use the bathroom. There was like a queue. People would...
Well, she has to say the things, Pat. Come on.
Queue near my seat, and I would just talk to people. So, yay. Bathroom beezing. So once I had my seatbelt extender in, and once...
Alright, so we've got to find the blueprints of this plane. That's what I'm hearing. We need to map out... We could build the plane in VR.
I heard that I was waiting nervously, looking like, okay, look, the suspense. Is somebody going to come and sit in my seat? You know, everyone's moving down the aisles, and sure enough, finally the pilot was like, all passengers on board, and nobody was sitting beside me. So I actually didn't purchase 2 seats. I never purchased 2 seats. I'm okay with the seatbelt extender, and I actually had the seat to myself because it wasn't a full plane. So I was actually really lucky. I got to put my leg up. And
why even say you overheard the stewardess saying that it was a full plane? I do not understand. I do not understand. What story are you trying to tell? Are you trying to say that you were really anxious about there being a full plane and you having to sit next to someone, but then that worry and concern would have maybe been alleviated if you had just like shelled out for the second seat, but then lo and behold, it is a convincidence and coincidence. I'm remembering that word. A coincidence that the person sitting beside you just didn't show up, just like it was a coincidence that the person sitting beside you on the Cuba flight actually had their partner in a different row and decided to go and sit next to them. Like, dude, just, I don't know. It's not worth presenting in any particular way. But also, if the 2 flights you've been on recently were more comfortable with a second seat, and you have the resources to pay for the second seat, just pay for the second seat, be comfortable, fly in comfort.
just rest. And I actually, one thing being bigger, and especially in the abdomen area, I find is...
I like it, Has. I think it's a good word.
A problem on airplanes for me is the table tray. I'm not able to actually fully fold down the tray in front of me. It hits my stomach a little bit. So what I did was I actually just used the tray from the empty chair and just used that as my mealtime tray, which was...
And all of this talking through it, like, you are literally in a different country. You are on the other side of the planet. You just got married to your soulmate, according to you. And you're going to sit up here in this hotel room and tell us about your flight that you already did a vlog on. We already saw all of this. Is there nothing more interesting that you could be doing and showing us? Like, why this? Go take a walk. Go outside. Go get a coffee. I don't know. Anything. This is the type of vlog you do, like, after the trip, right? You've already done the, like, travel day vlog. We've already seen all of these talking points. This is like the Q&A, ask me anything, my thoughts on my travels. Like, this is the stuff you talk about once you get home, not while you're like on the trip. This is so weird.
Fine. And the little toiletries kit
Bit of a nothing burger. I agree.
they give you on the plane. I remember in my
Great phrase, by the way.
first vlog, there was a little pouch with a whole bunch of things in it, and I didn't really know at the time what it was. So they give you like a toothbrush, toothpaste, they give you a pair of socks, they give you a blanket, which is in like a plastic wrapping, so a brand new blanket. I actually kept it as a souvenir. Why not? And I kept the socks. They give you some headphones, they give you a mask, and some earplugs. So because there was a screaming child on board the whole time. So I actually, the earplugs, once I put the mask on, I just like I showed you in my video, I actually did doze off even without my CPAP.
You did doze off while you were recording it. Feigning to fall asleep while you were vlogging. It was great. We were there.
That's
like 2 days ago.
a problem.
3 days ago?
Because I do use a CPAP machine that
Lottie says, this is the vlog you make when you're back home and still trying to milk the trip for content and are running out of things to talk about. You're not wrong.
couldn't plug that in, but I didn't really need it. I was able to just doze in and off, and I knew that once I got to my destination I would be able to sleep. I was tired though, arriving at the Hamad International Airport. You have to look this airport up if you don't believe me. So I walked around the airport.
So weird. I literally looked at Katibovic and... Hold on. Please hold. She's got parts 2 and 3 able to be found, but part 1 is unavailable. Why would you... Someone help me make sense of that. She's got Katimovic part 2 and part 3, but not part 1. What was so wrong with part 1? Chat, we might need to... Look, I've got a little bit of time. We can do a little bit of a retro and do the Katima story time part 2, because... Who needs a full trilogy? Hanny, thank you for the super chat, mate. I appreciate it. Hanny says, as an exit flight attendant, I can say I don't care if anyone buys 2 seats. No one cares. And please don't be embarrassed to ask if you need a seatbelt extender. We care about your safety, not your aesthetics. That's very well said, Hanny. Thank you very much for the excellent words, and thank you for the super chat, for the support. I appreciate it very much. I assume, much like a lot of people who are dealing with people every day, it is literally just about their comfort and safety at the end of the day. No one cares if you need 2 seats. It at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I just, for the consideration of everybody, and once again, if you have the resources to be able to afford comfort in all things, and this is a thing that has been taught to me, not just in this conversation about like buying 2 seats, but my stick blender, for instance, right? I got a lot of shade because I sat here and said, I really want to get the stick blender, but I already have like 2 other blenders, and like my resource brain won't let me get another blender. It won't let me just get rid of or donate one of the other 2 blenders to get a stick blender to invest in something that I would just enjoy, that I just want for me and my comfort and my cooking. And then there were some very long conversations about me deserving to be happy, comfortable, and just buy the goddamn stick blender. Same principle. Thank you for the super chat again, Hanny.
Airport for a long time.
Lottie has a note saying, part 1 of the Katimovic story overlaps with being a catfish and having her fake boyfriend photos all over the wall with the poignant lesson of don't trust internet romance. Oh, that's right, Lottie. So we might need to do this, because a recap of episode 1 of Katimovic he was from New York, right? Chantal had left Canada to go down to New York to meet the internet boyfriend who had really like fuzzy pictures or something, and then we're going to meet him somewhere and then saw him from a distance and then just ghosted him. Wasn't that the story? I'm pretty sure that was the story. Anyway, we're definitely going to go watch part 2 of Katimovic, just for context.
Until I finally found somebody, like it was a connecting flight.
He was from New Jersey.
Until I finally found somebody
It's near New York, right?
who scanned my ticket and looked up which gate I needed to go to. And they were like, you need to go to gate C39 or something like that. Anyway, so then I was like, where is that? Is it far? And she's like, oh yes, miss, it's too far. You're going to need a train. So you need to go stand. There's a little
It's the guy where they both catfish each other. I mean, Foodie's been doing this for a while,
location where you stand. If your gate is really far off, you need to take this train. Or this little cart. So this guy kept...
Yeah, you've called it a train and a tram. I believe the correct phrase for the little buggy is a cart. Or a buggy, because it's a great word.
This guy picked us all up and was bringing us to the gate, and the whole way he's like, excuse me. That's why I kept putting it in my video, because the whole way, excuse me, almost running people over and just speeding across the airport. Hugest airport I've ever seen in my life. It's huge. I think it was rated the #1 airport in the world right now.
Right now.
But it is
so hot right now.
I underestimated how large it is. It's bad. So I was actually very thankful for that, because I was actually really tired and it would have been a heck of a hike with my luggage. So I just, they dropped me off at my gate, and then I had to wait for a bit and took the connecting flight into Kuwait. So when I got off the plane in...
Again, we have literally seen this vlog, mate.
Kuwait, I had to, it was so hot. It was so hot. Even just being in the air conditioning...
No, not a dune buggy, but that's... well, actually, Shane... Streams crossing.
Airport, I could feel.
Good morning, baby. Lovely to see you.
Like myself starting to sweat a bit, and then I had to walk around. I was really tired. This was I was getting really tired at this point, and I was kind of crabby and not hungry, because we were well fed on the planes with snacks, even on the connecting flight. Even just an hour,
good morning, hello.
Some juice, so I was okay there. But
yeah, Jack. Literally, no one asked for a play-by-play of how airports work, but Chantel's presenting it.
Oh my gosh, when I got to Kuwait,
this is again okay. It's her experience. I don't know. I mean, we clicked on it.
I just wanted to get in the car, air conditioning, and get to my destination, and it was so hot. Like,
the way Foodie presents herself, she truly is trying to just erase her entire history of badness, isn't she? Yeah, that's what this is.
Just
sorry, it just stumps me sometimes that we're also watching the same person who we've been watching for the last 2 months. Sorry, 2 years. Or longer. I mean, that's on you. Just yeah. She'll say, oh no, it was me under duress. That's not me as a person, yada, yada, yada. But truly, I don't believe anything that's going on here. No.
Just the few seconds I was outside, it was so hot. It hasn't been super hot since then. It's been in the 20s, so it's not too bad. But
Sarah, we haven't had one single discussion about the wedding so far.
That one day I arrived.
Nothing. We got a community post kind of holding hands with a 3-wick candle, which I will never forget. It's the 3-wick candle for me. And then just nothing else. I want to know who was there, who, did you say vows? I don't know. What did you say? What did you say to each other? I want the vows.
Yeah, it was really hot. I was sweating buckets of sweat. I was sweating a lot. It's a complete new environment for me and everything like that.
I'd like to see more of this room also, but it does seem very compact.
So I just wanted to share a little bit with you about my experience traveling here. I know a lot of you have questions.
How would you know? And also, we absolutely don't. We've already seen the vlogs.
And I hope I answered some of them for you. So
not really, apart from harping on about the 2-seat thing, which we've already done with you before, to be honest.
In closing, I guess I can say, it was hot and hard to do. It was hard to do, to travel, being so...
That's fair, Elle. I want to see the marriage certificate, or whatever piece of documentation is required. Mr. and Mrs. Creamy.
Right, but it was worth it.
Hey, Shimmer. Same.
I challenged myself to do it, and I feel better having come out the other side. And furthermore, I really, really appreciate you guys coming along on this journey with me. So I thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
This version, just an FYI, this version of Chantal, this, erasing history and trying to present all of the stories in a very different way, we have seen many, many times. Too many times. So many times. And it kind of, it comes in and out. And I think some people might not be familiar with this version of Foodie, specifically because over the last couple of years, it has been different content. But as we kind of do the retros, you get a feel for when Chantal really takes a hard left, and it's like, no, I'm going to clean things up, and I'm going to speak better about things, and people are going to find me interesting because I'm eating, vegan and or plant-based, or I'm changing things about my health, or I'm traveling the world in search for a man, all of those things. Anyway, so that's it for Chantal stuff. I am going to dip into Katimovic, episode 2, so if you'd like to hang around for a bit of a retro mukbang, feel free. If you'd like to hit the like button on the way out, feel free to do that as well. I understand not everybody's here for the retros, and that's fine. But I've got at least another 20 minutes until I put myself to bed. And I am sore and I am tired. But if I go to bed now, I just won't sleep, you know? I am like that. Anyway, this is... Wait, is this version 2? Episode 2? Fatima Vic Story Part 2, a holiday prequel. I have reacted to this a very long time ago. Swiss Chalet holiday meal, rotisserie chicken, and story time from 1 year ago. This is in the villa. This is in the luxury villa. Let's line it up. Line it up. We'll go at 1.5 times speed here. Minimum. Absolute minimum. Absolute minimum. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone leaving. Okay, Chantel from... Hold on, let me see the date. She left this one up, though. This is from December 2020, so almost 2 years ago. This is Chantel from almost 2 years ago. Everyone say hi, past Chantel. Hi, past Chantel.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey.
Oh, there's a community post? Wheelie, thanks for that. Let me pull it up. Wait, what time is it? Oh, for me, it's like 9:40. Foodie Beauty channel. Community. Oh, I forgot to read the community post as well. Oh, well, those of you who have left aren't gonna get the foodie voice. Hold on. Okay, cool. So 15 hours ago, we had this piece of community tabness. Hold on. Gotta find it. It's afternoon. Wait, it's 6. People are saying it's 6:40 a.m. Time in Kuwait, not Canada. Wait, what? No, I mean it's 9:40 p.m. here in Australia. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see if I can find her. Hi. I see some hamsters are posting my past financial business online, probably trying to get me to react, and I will. By saying, please keep trying, because again, I am not ashamed of my past. My husband and I are fully aware of one another's situations. One's past isn't important. These issues, financial, weight, bad attitude, etc., 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 and whatever else you're trying to bring me down with, is simply not going to work. Why? Because again, my past is only there now for me to rectify. All of these problems listed can and will be fixed. See you in my next video, FB. I sound like the Queen? I mean, it's a little bit of Maggie Smith. It's a little bit of Mrs. Doubtfire. I am actually leaning into the English of it all, I suppose. And this is from 8 minutes ago, edited. I wondered what she edited from. I apparently need to educate some ignorant people on an important cultural custom in Kuwait regarding public behaviour. Aw, stay mad. Intimate displays of affection between men and women are also frowned upon. Okay, but like you're in a car together. You have a hotel room by the looks of it. I don't know. Like, whatever. Keep your intimacy to yourself. That's fine. But just the chemistry, there is none. I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. And here's your Burger King baby is not necessarily the connection that I necessarily think they maybe thought it was. I don't know. Anyway, Swiss Chalet bees. Let's go.
For you, just driving to try the new Swiss Chalet holiday meal. It's one of my favorites. I get it at least once a year. Holiday season, they have a special...
Define intimate. I don't know. Holding hands.
Holiday meal.
There were community tab posts about holding hands.
Well, and I'll show you guys what that is when we get there.
Please stop yelling.
And we're here at Swiss Shaw. Welcome to Swiss Shaw. Can I take your order? Yeah, do you have any fluorescent light bulbs by chance?
This is Foodie from less than 2 years ago. Just FYI, this is the same person. Same person. Same person.
Here it is. The festive meal.
Welcome to Harvey. What can I get for you?
Hi, oh, is this Swiss Chalet too?
Yeah, you can order.
Can I have the festive meal with a breast?
Okay, the quarter white or quarter dark?
Quarter white?
Okay, what size?
Mashed.
Okay, great.
Sandra, that's a good point, actually. Mr. Creamy could maybe talk about it. That would be interesting. Like, from a perspective of not Chantal's.
Here on the mat.
On the side.
Was this her driving around during the pandemic? This was December 2020.
White will not be there.
Yes. I specifically remember these, like, live streams and vlogs because it did seem very quiet on the road.
White.
Want anything else?
Does it come with the chocolates and stuffing?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And yeah, can I get a
I think that was a laugh one. She makes
a rib
the
meal as well?
hee-hee sound.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, what was that? Hey guys, hey! Welcome back to another video. I'm feeling a lot better today, and
Same foodie, different foodie.
I know you're thinking you just had really bad tummy issues 2 days ago, and I am in the process of getting that worked out medically, so I will give you updates when I have some. But honestly, guys, my brain still really wants to eat. So, and I do have more of an appetite today than I did 2 days ago. So I do this.
This Chantal. this after everything that happened with Old Mate and Dee Dee, this was before it, and this is somehow a palate cleanser. This dress. I specifically remember this bathrobe dress.
It's about once a year. Like I said, I love this holiday meal. It is so delicious from Swiss Chalet. Swiss Chalet is a Canadian chicken.
Pardon me, her voice does sound different. And this is her sped up at 1.5, but it's certainly, if you wanted to compare it to, I don't know, a past vlog where she was saying she definitely wasn't on edibles, you could.
Rotisserie chicken chain, kind of like St. Hubert's is. Okay. They gave me a coupon
Sorry, windpipe.
because it was a bit of a long wait, but
Hey,
that's okay.
Jehu.
I'm actually going to use one of these plastic forks. I have a drawer full. I don't want to waste them. All right, so the holiday meal, and I assume you guys know things, which I shouldn't. The Swiss Chalet and Harvey's are in the same restaurant, so you can go to the drive-thru and order from Harvey's or from Swiss Chalet. So I got an iced tea with extra ice, and I'm using my metal straw because I hate the wood ones. Paper ones they give you.
Oh man, where'd those metal straws go?
So, all right, so what we have here
Probably in a box somewhere, to be fair.
the holiday meal. What makes it a holiday meal? So you always get a dinner roll. I got a white one. Their Chalet sauce is amazing. I personally like the Chalet sauce more than the St. Hubert sauce. It's almost like a barbecue chicken gravy kind of thing. It's
Shout out.
really good. They have their stuffing, their dressing, which is really good, and I got mashed potatoes with mine. And you get some cranberry sauce. So,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Foodie. That's great and all, but I'm mostly here for the Katima Vic story.
yeah, cranberry. So,
Just to put into context what she was talking about previously.
oh, and I got some extra Chalet sauce.
Oh, we're not getting Vlogmas this year. Well, with all of that being said, who knows, she might be home for Christmas.
And some butter for my bun. And you also get a cute little box of Lindor chocolates. Assorted Lindor chocolates.
That's
So, let's eat.
nice.
That's sweet. All right, so I love cranberry sauce. Also sweet. It's like a cranberry jelly. I need the knife to butter my roll. So I want to talk about, I thought I would do, since it's the holiday season.
Sitting at home still needs to use single-use plastics. Yes, good,
fine.
great. The metal straw really offset that that knife.
Bit hard on the outside, but it is soft on the inside. It's a crusty.
Ooh, possibly, Ellen, yes. It is weird as well to, like, literally marry someone and then a day later be cussing out reaction channels, you know? I don't know, take a break. Take a holiday. Log off. Go have fun with your hubby.
I would do I haven't done Katina Story Part 2 yet, and I haven't done the time warps. I have everything I need, so I really want to try to roll those out soon instead of keeping you guys waiting, although I know you've been patient and I appreciate it.
Ah, back when there was a hope of time warps.
That's why I did that video just talking about
Pouring one out for milk.
what I'm going through on some days, you know, not feeling the best. So,
Marissa.
now, so I thought I would do a Katima Story holiday prequel. So kind of like what my holiday season was like, because it was one of the best ones for me. Honestly, I was 16 going on 17 or 17. Anyways, I was living on my friend's couch, like I said,
I like the sound of music, yes.
and it was winter.
Not the couch, but the song.
We were going to go visit. My grandfather at the time lived in Albany, New York. Or was it Albany? Upstate New York somewhere. In a beautiful condo. And we were going to go stay there for Christmas. And go to New York City.
Wait, is this the one where she's talking about ghosting that dude?
I guess you can take like I remember taking a train, but I'll get into that in a minute. Basically, so we're at my friend's. Oh, one side is actually gravy for the potatoes. So it's
God, I don't care.
different from the Chalet sauce. It's more of a gravy.
Please tell the story.
Sip. So I'm going to put this on the stuffing and the potatoes.
Delicious.
That's a good gravy. Oh yes. Actually, let's dip
I don't think we're drinking it today.
in there too. Let me take a bite of stuff before I start talking.
Great.
Do you like?
Great.
My jaw does click a lot when I eat bread.
Really? I never hear it. There are some people who hear it. I never hear it. I can't hear it.
I got the quarter white meat. I'm gonna take the skin off.
I am having fun, Sarah. Yes.
So,
I always have fun. Chantal is, once again, great motivation and inspiration to just, like, do stuff, you know?
my friend living at
This is my self-care. This is watching my stories, you know?
my friend. And I was really grateful for her letting me stay there. Because as a teenager, who wouldn't love to live with their best friend, right? She lived right up the street from my mom at the time, so it was a short walk. You guys got cranberry jelly? It was a short walk back to my place, my mom's place. And I would eat there all the time and just visit. So, but I was getting tired
Sorry, Lottie, I need context.
of living at my friends because they had a lot of parties and I didn't get good sleep because I slept on the couch and they took in a foreign resident.
Oh no, this story. Oh my god, Foodie. Shit. Sorry, swear jar. I didn't... You removed the first story time and not this one. Oh boy. Okay, great. Ready? Just get ready for some peak Chantal minus the rage.
A man from China.
There's another
Oh,
community
wow.
post. Of course there
He
is.
was a wonderful man.
Now that I've closed
Poor
the
guy didn't
tab.
speak a lick of English. And at the time, I didn't have very much patience for, I mean, I know it's going to sound mean, but
Oh no, I saw that one. So
he would
good.
carry these humongous dictionaries with him in every room so he could communicate.
Marissa, I didn't think it was this one. Oh god.
And I didn't have very much patience, so
Just a warning, everybody, Foodie's going to be real insensitive. So, you know. It's expected. Still disappointing.
to have a conversation with him, which he liked to do, I'd have to just sit there awkwardly waiting for him to look up every word he wanted to say. And instead of being patient and helpful, I was an impatient biatch, and in my head I'm thinking, okay, I'm not a teacher. No, but who I was back then is, I mean, I was 17. I'm definitely not the same now. Now I would feel more sympathy and empathy and all that for him, but just like, I was never rude to his face, but I'd be sleeping on the couch, and at, like, he would get up at like 5 in the morning, literally 5, on the dot. I'd hear him coming down the stairs with his dictionaries, and he would sit on the chair right beside the couch where I'm sleeping, and he would just rock, like, just sit there, like, is he staring at me sleeping? It was so weird. And I knew the minute I opened my eyes, he would grab for the dictionaries, so, and sometimes he would, like, start cooking. He would eat, he had this giant Burger King cup that he would put noodles in. He would, like, start cooking noodles in the morning in this, like, cooker he had, and he would slurp them, and it was loud.
Foodie out here talking about table manners. All right.
Look at this rotisserie chicken. I love rotisserie. That's a big bite. I'm trying to take it easy and eat slower, so I can tell you my story as well, but also not shovel the food in, you know?
What's in the little pot? It's gravy or cranberry sauce. Which one? She's quiet. Sorry, I'll bump
Sauce
her
is
up.
tangy.
There we go.
It's so good, but like salty. I don't know how to describe it. If anyone can describe the chalet sauce, let me know. So,
Yes, dark
so
rubber.
at one point, I just like, I'd get up and I see him reaching for the dictionaries, and I would bolt upstairs and be like, I have to use the washroom. Which wasn't entirely a lie, because I usually did when I first got up.
Yeah, Claudine, I remember there being a big conversation about this being taken from a Molly Ringwald film as well. Yes.
I mean, who doesn't have to pee when they get up, right? And to wait for him to formulate a sentence, I'd be doing the pee dance, you know?
Autumn says chalet sauce is pan drippings. There you go, delicious.
So I was getting like, just, it was overcrowded in there, and I mean, I had her mom's boyfriend, Dong, my
Wait,
friend.
who
her
did
sister,
that, Lottie?
her two sisters, her sister's boyfriend, and all his friends would come over. You know, so whenever I got invited to go to, my mom said, this year we're going to go to New York. You want to come?
Oh.
Heck yes, I want to come. You know?
Noted, Lottie. Thank you. Am I insinuating she lies? I thought I was being pretty blunt with that one.
And this is kind of a prequel story to the whole boyfriend situation when I was in Katimavik, which, if you haven't heard part 1 of the story, I will link it here somewhere.
It's gone now. Well, not forgotten, but it's not on her channel anymore.
In the description. And I'll try to link it in a card. So please check it out if you want to know what's going on there.
I checked the link. It's not there.
The last time I ended my story, I was talking about this guy was seeing online.
And you ghosted one another.
And I've done some things in my past I'm not proud
Well, no, you ghosted him.
of.
Specific.
A lot of those things I am grateful that I did learn from. And I was able to use to
You're also catfishing the guy.
become a better person when it comes to relationships with people.
Ah, yeah. That worked out.
Not perfect. I'm not
Did
saying
not
I've
work
never
out.
made mistakes beyond that, but you know what I mean. When I was a teenager, I used to catfish.
Well, she kept part of the story in.
I didn't like do it all the time. Like I catfished this guy in particular. And I did it because I started having feelings for him. I didn't think it would go anywhere. I just started having fun. It's like online, I'm never gonna. But we started getting like really into it. We really clicked on a personal level, and that's.
Would you call each other soulmates, for instance?
I felt like if he likes me as a person and he fell in love with the person because he doesn't know what I really look like, why would it matter what I look like? And then I realized he fell in love with the idea of me. Like I told him I look like Mandy Moore, crying out loud.
Yep, she did.
The thing I don't get is he was probably a catfish too because I begged him for a picture and the only one he ever sent me was a blurred ass picture of him in front of these blinds. It was blurry, like as if he was going 120 miles an hour. So all I could see is him going like this.
This is the bit of, look, this right here. This is the bit of the story that I remember. This specific part of the story is the part I remember. Yes. Good job, Zach's brain.
And it was like all blurry, but the pose was like this. It was weird. I was like, what is this?
Morning roses.
And he's like, oh, sorry, I don't have any good pictures. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Like, this guy was like a computer tech guy, and you don't have any good pictures? I don't know. But I did the same thing, right? But I figured he wouldn't hate on me because he did that too, you know? Anyway. It was messed up. And,
Her telling this Katimavik story in 3 parts literally gives me headaches.
I did it because...
There's no, like, start, middle, end. Please, learn to tell stories.
I was 17 or 16. I really hated my body.
Because we've gone from going to visit my uncle in upstate New York to retelling the ghosting of the guy or catfishing of the guy story time that we told in episode 1, and now this. This is a lot.
Like, I hate him. I
Too
I starved myself at one point for a while, and I contribute a lot of that from how I treated myself with these crazy diets and starvation and to my issues with food that I have today. With eating too much and then restricting. So, I, as a fat kid, got bullied all my life. Like, you know, you can't deny that if you're a fat girl, fat kid, fat boy in school, kids are cruel, you know, and that didn't help with my body image. So, I always felt that I can't be who I truly am because no one's going to like me. So, I wanted him to like me. So I wanted to be someone else.
Yeah, I mean, all of that said in a vacuum is pretty heartbreaking and very relatable for people, I think. Fortunately, as you do mature and you grow through the years, at least for me, I'll say I let a lot of that stuff go, which was good. I certainly didn't carry my gripes and anger with me past a certain point after I started to work on myself. And it's times like these where Foodie's history is a little bit relatable. But then we ended up in 2022, and boy howdy.
So,
Boy howdy.
do I feel bad and regret it? Of course. But at the time they had this little computer.
Therapy, Ellen.
We don't have the internet like it was like dial.
It's not even that. It's just like it's coming to terms with like things that happened in the past that you legitimately have no control over. You do have control over how they're affecting you, and how you can manage that, and that can require, you know, professional assistance or not, depending on who you are and what your things are. But the history's in the past, so it's just the way Foodie tells stories. It's interesting.
It was like on an
Very
AOL
interesting.
chat. I think his name was like New Jersey guy. For You or something. He was from Jersey.
Shout out to who remembered that he was from Jersey. Congratulations. Gold stars all around.
And his name was Angelo.
Who remembered it was Angelo? I saw an Angelo in the chat. Someone remembered that.
She told me
Congratulations.
that angel
You win.
in Spanish. I think he was from Ecuador. Anyway. So I would talk to him on that internet every night. To the point where it'd be like, you're still using the internet? You know, I want to use it. And I would be on there for hours and hours. And then I remember the night we went to go to, it was a couple days before Christmas, and it was snowing, and it was just, you know, just a great time. And we were going to be driving to my grandpa's in New York, because it was only like a 7-hour drive. It wasn't that far. So we were going to leave really, really early, a couple days before Christmas.
Again, I do need to apologize, chat. I didn't recall the storytelling to be truly this awful. This is possibly the longest 17 minutes in my life.
Remember talking to him, and he said, well, you're going to be so close.
At speed.
Why don't we meet up? And I was like, oh no, you know.
See, she ended up keeping the catfish story in. She deleted episode 1, but not this. I don't know. I'm still convinced there is no rhyme or reason at Foodie's scrubbing of her channel. I do not get it.
How much weight can I
Like, what keywords did she search for to just remove?
lose in like a week? You know what I mean? And can I dye my hair blonde? Can I look like Mandy Moore? And so... And he had made it clear at one point that he didn't like overweight women.
That's like chapter title 5, I think.
And that really crushed me.
Hey, Bonnie. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy. And good morning, Jupiter. Hello.
So, I was like, yeah, sure. So I made these plans to meet up with him, and I ended up just, like, ghosting. I can't remember what excuse I made up, but he believed it. Or at least he accepted it. And we kept talking after that. We talked for, like, probably, like, 2 years. Like, almost 2 years. So, anyway. I did do a story time on that, so I don't want to get too much into that, but... Here comes Pete!
Hi,
Did you like your meal?
Okay.
Go figure.
Not the best breakfast I've had.
Oh. Would you like a holiday chocolate?
I'm not going to lie. Lottie's got a recommendation, and it's burning a hole in my screen. So I think we're going to move on. We got the Katimovic reference. So we had Katimovic being discussed in the vlog from today/yesterday. We followed up with the story, and she tells it as poorly. I remember it being told poorly, but boy howdy, this is almost impossible. Time to get over to a recommendation from the fabulous Lottie in the chat. We have an archive, now deleted, or now removed, entitled... It is Vlogtober Day 11, Hospital Story. Eat dinner with me and Hospital Story. This is 26 minutes. We have a little bit of this. Words are hard. Fabulous.
Hello, foodie beauties.
But I was sleepy. I was sleepy. It's okay. It's only 26 minutes. How long can it be? Hey, Victoria.
Hey guys, hey. Hi.
We're eating chicken and gravy again. Wow. The coincidences never cease. Sorry, coincidences. Oh, this one's still up? Oh, this one is still up. Sorry, Lottie. That's my mistake. So the conversation was, this is confusing because it's still up and we don't know why, considering Foodie's scrubbing of her content. We'll get to the why in a minute, like why it's confusing that it's still up, but we'll get there.
Sorry about my
Sorry, Lottie. That's my sleepy brain.
nails. And the setup. I have a tripod on the way in the mail, and I have something so that I can drive around. Because I want to do like drives with you guys and just talk. And
A meal with chicken is calorie free. Sad. I don't think that's how it works.
I find them so calming, you know, and take you places. Like I want to do that.
Also, this looks like this is a sad. I need half of this plate filled with just some leafy green goodness.
So I am, today is day 2 from being released from the hospital, and I'm just still easing my stomach back into eating things.
Oh, okay.
The hospital food, I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, so we need to do groceries. BB's gonna do some for me. I need to get some fresh vegetables. I need to get some good food for my gut. And yeah, and right now I just have...
Oh no, we're eating off of paper plates. Foodie, you're at home. And a plastic fork. Foodie, you're at home. How long has this been going on? Can you just... Everyone deserves a plate.
A golden delicious
It's not made of paper that's just adding to the waste.
apple, 2 of my extreme beans, some mashed potatoes with like chicken breast.
Oh, she's too loud. Sorry, Pack.
Just a little bit. And
There we
a little
go.
bit of this like sauce. It's like,
Apologies, everybody. I am a total hazard and get distracted very easily. I've brought it down.
vegetable based, but sauce I have. So low sodium. So anyways, and I have here
She's still very loud. Wow. I sorry, chat. That's my bad.
a tea.
There we go.
This tea is called Detox. It's from Traditional Medicinals. I think it's herbal, so it has like I don't know, licorice root and dandelion root and other things like that. So I took a shower. I'm feeling good. Now that I don't smell like a bag of farts anymore and a bologna and cheese
She's
sandwich.
loud.
Oh my god, you guys! I
yelling.
smelled so bad when I was in the hospital. I know.
Oh wait, that's me.
TMI. You know me. TMI and
Take a minute and breathe, Zach. Turn the right volume down. There we go. I'm fine. Marissa, I don't think this is Teamy. I think this is before Teamy, but Chantel's always been big on detox teas.
indeed. Maybe I'll title that this because I'm gonna try not to be gross and talk about bodily fluids and things like that. But I'm gonna tell you about my hospital stay
You wait.
because I've been wanting to talk about it.
Professional YouTuber.
Golden delicious. I've just been eating what I have in the house, like I said. I need to go shopping. So I'm on so basically, I noticed something in common. I used to have these attacks. The last time I had an attack like this was,
Speaking specifically about the instance that put Chantal in the hospital.
like 6 years ago. It was when I was with my ex, maybe even longer than that.
Ah, Pete's.
Before I have a history of having ovarian cysts. And it's hormonal issue. And my gynecologist told me many times, eat clean, limit the carbs, limit the dairy, limit inflammatory foods, which are
It all sounds relatively sensible to my layperson brain.
my favorite food, of course. I'm dumb. Don't listen. Just do what I want to do,
I see you one.
So I'm paying the piper. But basically, I had a couple bad attacks. And when I think back and I notice what triggers the attacks, let's say, okay, the first attack I had was right after I ate a poutine with extra cheese. Oh man, that was a bad attack. And I had those ovarian cysts. Then, the one after that was after eating
She must have been screaming down the microphone to this.
extra cheese pizza. And now, do you want a bite of this, guys? And now the most recent, I had finished eating, you're gonna really give me shit, a cheesy cheddar burger. And
It's the Bath burger. That does indeed look like a pretty sad burger.
10 chicken nuggets from Wendy's. And I do it mindlessly. I don't even think. I just shove my pie hole
Relatable.
full of crap. Anyway, I'm driving home. It was about 5 p.m. Friday. I start feeling a ping. Like,
Ping? Like your connection to the internet? Hey Annie, good morning. Thank you for the super chat. I hope you're having a fabulous day and enjoying your coffee. Annie says, at home with a pulled neck. Oh no, she's still the worst. I mean, yes. I don't think it matters what timeline you go back to with Chantal and her content. There is no escaping the fact that she's the worst. Yep. That's what I mean. Don't let the new content fool you. It's the same old Chantal underneath. I don't believe it. Thank you for the super chat.
in my ovary area. It's hard to tell because your organs,
Also, I hope your neck gets better, Annie. Is everything okay?
like your bowels and things, are all so close together down there. But I start feeling a cramp.
Not like pingers, Lily. Sorry, not like pingers, no.
And it was brought back horrible
I don't think that's what she meant.
memories of the time that I had my attacks. Oh my gosh. When I had the ovaries, the cyst remove, it stopped, but now I have two 16 centimeter. So I think they're about 6 inches, one on each ovary, large cyst.
30. Is that right? That's like 30. Hold on, wait. That's like 30. It's 2 16-centimeter cysts. Ouch. That's big. That's big. This is the size of my face. Probably like that. It's big.
The whole way home, I kept praying. You know when you're sick, that's when you think. I know it's really bad. That's when you think of a higher being.
I don't. What's that in inches? Like 3 and a bit? No, 3 and a bit. 30 centimeter ruler is 12. Half of that is 6. No, 30. No. 30 is 12. Half of that is 6. Yeah, sorry, about 6 inches. Not 3 inches, 6 inches. Sorry. Imperial metric. I don't get it.
Being like, I don't want to die. Like, your life is, you don't realize how life your precious is until it's in the balance. So you're like,
Sorry, what did you say?
a higher being. Like, I don't want to die. Like, your life is, you don't realize how life your precious is until it's in the balance. So you're
It's true, you don't realize how life your precious is.
like, the pain was
I can laugh about it because I speak nonsense all the time.
unbearable. I'm like, just make it home. I got home, I got violently ill, and I went into a fetal position. And at around 3 a.m, BB was like, we need to go to a hospital. So I called an ambulance, went to the hospital. The hospital people at the Ottawa General Hospital are amazing. They're the
Oh, she's nice to the medical professionals in this one.
nursing staff. It's a teaching hospital, so University of Ottawa students, well, resident doctors. It's just the minute I got in the ER, there wasn't much of a wait.
Oh, life your precious is now your motivational motto. Rebecca, take it, run with it.
Thank God. You know, they took me off the stretcher. I was in a wheelchair. This beautiful young nurse comes up to me and was like, do you want something for pain? She gave me like a cocktail. She gave me like, I was in so much pain, guys.
16-centimeter cyst, that is big. That feels big. I imagine that feels big. That's big.
I was delirious. She gave me an injection of something. I think it was dilaudid, like a super amount of dilaudid. And instantly I was just like, maybe like a
Oh, wait, is dilaudid a drug? I thought she was trying to say the word diluted. Am I stupid?
minute later. I was so high. I was just like, oh yeah. Now I know why this stuff is addictive, you know?
I think
But
I'm stupid.
it makes you dizzy, so. Just trying to.
Yeah, I think she edited this. I mean, a lot of the content doesn't have a high amount of editing to it. Annie, it tends to just be like, just talking.
Eat slow. So I'm like,
That's a strong
better.
pain
She gave me
drug.
something for
Well,
nausea
you know,
and an
I had no idea.
anti-inflammatory.
Thanks, Bailey. Appreciate it.
Then I had to wait in this exam room. You know, she figured the doctor would want to examine me, so a resident doctor came in. And, I mean, I couldn't do anything by myself. I couldn't wipe myself. I couldn't. Because the pain was so bad, like, I could hardly move. And moving made it worse. Guys.
Let's not talk about wiping. We're eating. It's fine. We don't need to.
I love, like, he's the best. Like, he took such good care of me. He showered me. He did everything. He was so worried about me. He had to work 4 to midnight, and after his shift, he would come to the hospital with clean underwear and change my everything. He was amazing.
Oh. I hope BB's living his best life out there.
And I realized that feeling of being disabled and dependent is, I know it's the reality of so many people, and I really hated that feeling. Anyway, so I'm in the ER. Eventually, you know, they're like, we should admit you for pain control, and until we can determine. They sent me for a CT scan. My pancreas and all the other organs were okay, the bowels. They gave me a lot of blood work.
What's going on with the liver?
And
Modern day.
my liver enzymes were elevated. They did a CA-125 test, which is like to test for like cancer proteins or whatever.
Really, Lisa? It sounds really big.
And no, there
Hope
are some in
everything's
my
okay.
blood, so I'm worried about that. So I have to see an oncologist, but there's other things that can contribute to that.
Modern day, she cured everything. Well, she told us she cured everything.
Apparently, just I can't remember. She said there were markers in my blood for that, but not enough for her to be concerned that it was cancer. But I need to see an oncologist just in case. And these cysts are going to have to come out. They're not going to shrink at the
What jaw clicking, Marissa? I can't hear it.
size that they
I don't know
are.
what
The
you're
last
talking
cysts I
about.
had removed had precancerous cells, so
I feel like you're trying to gaslight me.
or abnormal cells or whatever you call them. So I need to get them out, and I need to absolutely take care of my health. So yeah. So for those commenting, you know, maybe it's the shit food you're eating. It's not for everybody. Diet is not always just the culprit. There are people who are healthy who get cysts, but for me, I know that because I'm unhealthy the way I am, is where I'm getting the complications from. So
I mean, to be fair, Foodie, your doctor legitimately told you limit your dairy and carbs. Like, maybe don't eat all the cheese in the world. That. I mean, there was more in that conversation, but just as a touch point.
anyway, I'm drinking lots of water. So basically, I gotta admit it.
Would I prefer? I mean, we've watched a lot of retro Foodie over the last couple of days, or at least I have, because it's good background noise. Yeah, I wonder. I'm still kind of on the bus of I'd prefer health and diet talk Foodie over travel vlog Foodie. Yes, yeah, down. Because so far we just haven't got the goods. You know, we've seen Foodie get on a bus, get on a flight, get on the transfer flight, and then a minute at the boulevard in Kuwait, and then we got that couples vlog. Now we had this weird like hotel sit down, let me tell you about my struggles of traveling. Q&A piece. I don't know. We'll see how it all pans out, I guess, over the next 3 months. Sure. Over the next 3 months, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I hope it gets interesting.
To the hospital.
I mean, it will be interesting regardless, but the health and diet conversation for me is always a lot easier to talk about. The travel stuff is going to be, I mean, interesting for me to educate myself on, I guess.
It's like 3 in the morning. And while I'm waiting to get to a...
Lottie, you said, I would prefer this over the long bridge, but of all things, I don't know why this one made the cut. Really got to figure that one out, Lottie.
room, if they can find me a bed, I'm in this, like, holding room on a bed. The pain is still, it was bad. It was throbbing. It was radiating through my whole stomach.
Like, surely there are better things to do in Kuwait than take that bridge out into the middle of nowhere. And just, like, I don't know. Especially for Foodie. Foodie wanted to go to the malls and find a Krispy Kreme.
I was nauseous. Trying to sleep. I'm drugged up. They wheel this girl...
That was her, like, what were... Here's the thing as well. As someone who lives on the other side of the planet to a lot of the world, right? If I'm going to travel somewhere, there's probably going to be a plan of going and seeing things. And I haven't gotten that preparation vibe from Foodie, because would you ever? But the fact that she's in a brand new place with a brand new husband and can go anywhere to see anything within, you know, the limitations of the country, I guess. Like, we got the long bridge and not much else. I don't know, it's just not giving. It's not giving travel. No.
Girl in, who apparently is getting surgery tomorrow or the next day. And her whole friggin' family of 10 members and her boyfriend come in. And they're loud, they're talking loud, like really loud. And I'm just like, oh my god.
That's a good point, one. One says, if I go somewhere, I want to see things I can't see in my hometown. Like, admittedly, Foodie's not going to see a desert in Canada, like the same way she would in Kuwait, or the world's longest bridge. But I don't know. The way Foodie was talking about Kuwait and all of the things that she wanted to go and see, I'm sure we'll see it eventually. I just wasn't expecting what we got in the sequence that we got. Well, there are less outhouses on the long bridge, Lucas. Yeah, you're right. But Fink, she said in her vlog today that she's super adventurous.
Her boyfriend came in before. Her family members, and I hear him go, can I get a little something before your surgery? Dude! What's wrong with you? This girl's getting her pancreas out tomorrow. Or her appendix. One of those, I don't know.
So you're in a shared space, maybe not.
You're asking for a BJ.
Maybe not.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Maybe not in the shared room of the hospital. Sorry, I just realized she was still talking.
So then, I don't think they realized we were there because the curtain was drawn. So then, they find me a room, and I'm on the 7th floor. And it's a shared room. I had to share a room with this elderly woman. I feel so bad. I guess she was like, I think she was dying. I heard her talking to her family on the phone, and...
Oh, Lily, I do wonder how Old Blue is doing.
The nurse coming in, she had a very large cyst as well. It was cancer. It was a malignant tumor.
on her ovaries. She was in bad shape. I was so delirious though, like, I think I was hallucinating from the drugs, the cocktail of drugs they were giving me for pain. And I don't ever take anything for pain. I seriously don't ever even take Advil if I don't have to. So I'm like, ooh, you know. And throughout the night, like, I had my curtain drawn around me, but the curtain was like beige. I could swear I could hear her walking around, like, the room. I could see her IV pole, a shadow of an old woman, like, with her IV pole and the creaking of the sound, like, you know. I think I was just hallucinating because I don't think she was out and about walking around. And then there's this one guy that kept having to call a code white, which is like a psychiatric incident.
Just a reminder that Foodie speaks about people poorly and will continue to do so. You can't change my mind.
This one guy kept yelling. You would just be, you know, getting, the pain meds would be kicking in. You'd be dozing off. And all of a sudden, Alan! 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 This guy was calling for this guy, Alan. Every night. Always in the middle of the night.
So glad you decided to tell this story. Not. Jen, lovely to see you, mate. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. Jen says, oh, hi there, Pulpy and team. Hi, Jen. How you going? I'm in the hospital for a few days, apparently. Oh, I hope everything's okay. So imagine my delight when I see you guys. Hi. Hi. Hopefully the shenanigans can distract you. I hope everything's okay. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. I hope chat's doing well. And I hope everything's okay with you, Jen. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support, as always. And I hope the day gets better. And I hope you enjoy the shenanigans.
I don't know what his problem was. It kind of scared me. Even the...
Well, the Alan reference makes me think of the scene in Jurassic Park where Dr. Alan Grant is asleep and then sees a velociraptor come up or like sneak up beside him and then yells his name and it turns out to be like the dude. I'm pretty sure... Is that Jurassic Park 3? I'm pretty sure it's Jurassic Park 3. By the way, the Jurassic World movies don't exist in my head canon. I hope other people can get on board. What even is Jurassic World? Get out of here.
lady...
7-year-old nostalgic Zach does not want to see a Brachiosaurus die by lava. Thank you very much. You can keep that to yourself.
Beside me, I heard her talking to her daughter. She's like...
I just want to see the majesty of dinosaurs, not like their murder because of, you know, a volcano.
Somebody keeps calling for Alan. There's no Alan that I know of. Maybe his son. I don't know. It sounded like a young guy, though. So the nurses would try to calm him down or whatever. And then...
Yeah, and 3 was not good. Don't get me wrong. 3 wasn't a good one. But, like, at least it had the original cast. It had a similar vibe to it. The pterodactyls were actually... Or pterodons, whatever they were actually, like, horrifying nightmares. It was great. But also, like... Come on now. We started off this franchise with a sick triceratops and a mountain of poop. Now you're telling me, like... I get invested in a dinosaur and I have to witness their murder by hot, fiery magma? Come on. Rude.
And... Oh, BB just texted me. Hey, Sup, how you feeling? Aw. He makes me feel good.
Brandon, that's a big question.
Oh, for the mukbang.
Just a little sleepy.
We are going to do it this weekend. He's off this weekend. I should have probably specified that.
A little bit, Lottie, yeah.
That we're not going to do it right on the 15K marker. But soon after.
Turns out, Baby Zach's interest in dinosaurs only expanded to then realize that they're all dead. And the only historical remains we have of them are all them in not great positions. Situations.
So we're going to do that.
Oh, except in Australia. In Australia, we have this really cool, like, just... I can't remember what it's called. The plains of something. Anyway, it's one of those, like, fossilized mud plains or mud flats. And it has like all of the footprints fossilized. It's great. It's really cool. Lots of little dinosaurs.
So yeah. And at this point, I hadn't eaten anything in the hospital. I hadn't eaten anything since that cheesy cheddar burger, which.
And less lava, Lucas. Yes.
So disgusting. That's not food. Like. I don't know.
Hey,
so
Mish.
Then.
Yes, still here.
The next
Chantel's talking, and we decided to start up a conversation about dinosaurs.
day, they had forgot about me on the food list, but I didn't care. I was sleeping
What's your favorite dinosaur?
the most.
Mine's the not Archeops. That's a Pokemon. Close though.
I was admitted Friday, or early Saturday, I guess, till Tuesday. I left yesterday.
It's the one. Guess the dinosaur. 4 legs, head, pointy bits, back, armored. More pointy bits, big long tail, big bony ball hammery thing at the end of the tail with pointy bits. Who's that dinosaur?
Around 11:30. So I think I only started getting
Not a Stegosaurus, no.
food on.
I saw something the other day, Stegosaurus. There was at one point in time where paleontologists thought Stegosauruses could fly because the fins on the back, they thought they could be used for gliding. And I hope that was a meme, but science is kind of weird like that. So I could kind of see a Stegosaurus just going full Transformers with the plates down, just gliding gracefully from the canopy tops where they've been munching out. Don't know how they got up there, but Triceratops is not a Triceratops.
On the Monday at breakfast.
Is it Ankylosaurus? Is that the one? Lucas, are you reading my brain? I think you are.
And
It is an I thought it was Ankylosaurus. Genus of armored dinosaur. Its fossils have been found in geological formations dating to the very end of the Cretaceous period. The best period. Zach's Bed, hello, thank you for the super chat, mate. I appreciate it. Zach's Bed says, miss you. I'll be there soon. Thank you for the super chat, Zach's Bed.
I'll tell you guys what I had. I should ask for vegetarian because the vegetarian options are not bad. They give you like rice and lentils and things.
No, Triceratops is different. So Triceratops has 4 legs with a tail and a back, but it's not armored. They also have a head that may or may not have had a shield type formation around it. Bony, kind of protrusions, but there's so many different types of Triceratops.
But with my gut in the state it was in, like contracting C. difficile,
That's correct, Lottie. Stegosaurus, the sugar glider of the dinosaur world. Yes.
which put me in my own room, by the way. I had my own room because I was on contact precautions for infection, like it's very contagious. So they don't want you to share a bathroom with anybody, you know? So they put me in my own room, and I had a window view,
Hi, Chels.
and I could see into the windows across into the next building, like other people in their hospital beds. And I saw this one.
Well, Sunshine, look, ALR has had, or Kentucky as we fondly know her, has had multiple interests, including dinosaurs, Legos, and, what was the other thing? Harry Potter.
Person
Harry
in a
Potter.
hospital bed, and there was like, I don't know, again, I was high on the hydromorphine, but it was like, it looked like 8 people just hovering around the person, just looking at them. And I was like, is that spooky, or is the person dying? I don't know what's going on.
I don't also know what's going on. I phased out of this conversation to have a much better one with the chat, so... But you go.
But they took really good care of me. The nurse was so nice. She would come in every so often. Do you need anything? Bring you a cup of crushed ice with water. So my breakfast, yeah, so they would bring like Fiber One cereal, 2% milk, a fruit juice, then these like gross hard pancakes with like a little thing of syrup. Then lunch was like a veggie lasagna, but it was like dry. There was like no cheese on it, which is probably a good thing. But it was just like really, it wasn't good.
Probably a good thing, considering a cheeseburger put you in the hospital, yes.
It was like all dried out. Some beef and barley soup, which had no beef or barley.
That's true, Lucas.
It just had like brown liquid with like floating celery, a couple carrots, a stale bun.
Really, Autumn? That's cool.
Then supper was like Salisbury steak, which I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole. It was like a grayish slab of some kind of meat with like a little gelatinous.
I remember going to, I think it was the British, is it the Natural History Museum? Something. And there's a big old Brachiosaurus, I'm pretty sure, like in the main hallway as you come in. But the line to get a close look at that thing, it was long.
Sauce, kind of like this on top of it.
It's not like the styrofoam whales, fiberglass humpback whales that we have hanging in the museum here, but
Green beans.
it's correct. At the Queensland, I think it's the Queensland Museum. There's a place called Whale Mall where they've built like fiberglass replicas of humpback whales, and they're just like hanging from the roof, and they have speakers around that play whale songs. It's cute. It's not quite dinosaur bones, but it's cute.
Were kind of freezer burnt. And some lumpy mashed potatoes. I had the mashed potatoes and the green beans. I started getting my appetite back at that point because I hadn't eaten since Friday. And, yeah. And then they gave you like a Cozy Shack
nice
brand
feeling.
chocolate pudding. I had that. That was really good.
I specifically remember going through the Natural History Museum and finding like they just have this big back room filled with like formaldehyde glasses and just animals just hanging out in alcohol for hundreds of years. Wild.
And
Nature's lit.
he was like, do you want anything? But I should have probably eaten more things because I was on such a cocktail of pills that are hard on the stomach, like anti-inflammatories. but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to go there, you know? So, I'm trying not... I got my prescriptions filled. I'm taking the antibiotics for the C. difficile. That's important.
Right, I forgot C. diff.
I'm on naproxen, which is an anti-inflammatory you take every 12 hours. I'm on something for the stomach. This is pantoprazole to take with the naproxen so it helps your stomach, because naproxen is hurting your stomach. And I have hydromorphone, which is like the one. So yeah.
My memory ran out. My memory is leaving the planet.
I have my tripods coming. I'm excited about that.
Actually, it's more my attention. My memory's still there.
Yes, I am using a green eggs and ham Dr. Seuss book as a
Iconic.
leverage. Please return my book. This book belongs to, and then it doesn't say who it is. I don't know where I skeeved
Oh, it's a little Paddington bear. Oh,
this from. I think it's mine.
oh, it's Rena's. Oh, Rena.
Don't you guys love this?
Rena, I hope you're out there doing well.
I am Sam. Sam, I am. Are you Sam?
We literally getting green eggs and ham with Foodie. Man, that could have been a piece of content. Foodie making green eggs and ham, sitting down reading Dr. Seuss.
Green eggs and ham. No thanks. I'm gonna have my tea now.
What's the thumb dinosaur again? Ooh, he's the guy with the... Okay, hold on. Okay, so he stands on 2 legs, but he's got 4 legs. 2 of them are arms. So he's actually only got 2 legs. But I'm pretty sure he's one of the ones with the big horns. Not the horns, but like the big... That looks like a bow and arrow. Ooh, I am sleepy. Thumb dinosaur. Iguanodon. That's the one.
Let me try this. So once I get my tripod, guys, I am so excited. I'm going to finish the part 3, the final part of that horror video game. But I'm scared too, so I've been waiting. There's also a game it's not horror.
Iguanodon, named in 1825 as a genus of Iguanodontian, sure, Iguanodonitan, sure, dinosaur, with lots of species.
It's more of a
They
story
have large thumb spikes.
time kind of game. It is a little spooky. I think you guys will really like it, and I downloaded it. I've been dying to play it, and I'm going to play it once I get my tripod. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing other videos. BB and I will have a mukbang up this weekend. A cookbang. We're going to make mafe, which is a, I don't know if it's Senegalese. It's a West African dish anyways, as far as I know. And it's,
I'm going to go down a dinosaur
chicken and root vegetables.
rabbit hole. Well, a dinosaur hole.
And the sauce is like made with a tomato sauce that's thickened with peanut, like real peanut butter. And you eat it over a bed of rice, and it's just so delicious. So delicious. So we're going to make that. I haven't had that in a little while. I'm sure I'm going to see if he's going to cook it, but I think he wants me to try. He wants me to cook it, so I'm going to try to cook it. So I just wanted to hang out with you guys. I really miss you. I want to get back to my normal life. Like just,
What's the one I'm thinking of?
I just feel,
Mudabutasaurus?
I really thought I was dying. I really thought I was going to die.
There it is.
And
Mudabutasaurus.
I'm just so thankful.
Mudabutasaurus was a genus of herbivorous Iguanodonian ornithopod dinosaur, which lived in what is now northeastern Australia. There you go. I knew a dinosaur.
I'm still in some pain. I have to walk very slowly. Bending, very iffy. I have to be really careful with that. I don't think that the problem is going to really be fixed until these cysts are gone and removed from my body. So that I'm sure that they're going to be doing surgery within the next couple months or whatever. So I guess I can't.
See, we had our own thummy dinosaur.
Get that job that I have a second interview for, because I mean I can explain to them that
Hey, Jules,
the
good to
recovery
see
time
you.
is like 1 to 2 months, about 6 weeks from that surgery. So I don't know if they're going to want to hire somebody just to have them have to go on sick leave, So I don't know what to do about that. I'm kind of bummed. Maybe it's a sign that I just don't need to be worrying about that right now. I just need to work on my health. And
I think a fun little hat, Lucas.
I really don't know what I was thinking with all these mukbangs, just eating the constant unhealthy food. I think I don't know.
Laura, thank you very much for being here for 14 months, mate. I appreciate it. Laura says, getting ready for physical therapy. Love you all. Love right back. Laura, good luck with physical therapy. I'm sure it'll all go great. I won't say have fun, but I hope everything goes well for you. Sorry, the words aren't coming because the sleepy's creeping in. But thank you for the support, and thank you for being here for 14 months. I hope you have a great day. Hi.
There's so many mukbangers who do get away with it. They just eat and eat and eat all this junk, and they're not in the same health predicament as I am. But I have to stop comparing myself to other people. That's not something I can do. I should do,
Yeah.
I should do. So anyways, enough babbling for today.
Are we done?
Yeah, I haven't taken any pain medication like the hydromorphone. I'm trying not to. unless I absolutely have to. I'm gonna use it for like breakthrough pain kind of thing. And yeah, I'm just gonna go relax. I finished watching Wentworth. Oh my god, you guys, such a good show if you can watch it.
You
But yeah, I feel good. I feel showered. My hair was so knotted, you guys. Like, it took me forever. I lost so much hair brushing it out. But yeah, you know what I'm craving is like I'm just craving like a veggie stir fry with like snow peas and like carrots. Broccoli might be.
Sure, Foodie. I'm done with you. I can't put up with it the last 2 minutes. She's rambling and so am I. Exactly. Chat, thank you very much for hanging out with me. You know what? I should have gone to bed. Zach's bed was right. I should have gone to bed. But that's okay, because I'm going to go now. And that's fine. Anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being respectful, responsible, and shenanigans-filled individuals. As always, go out, hug a loved one, talk to your friends, watch some ridiculous content. For those of you on the rewatch, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. As always, have a fabulous week if I don't see you later, chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you all in the next video and or live stream.